bust out our Bibles or something. Or whatever the Narnia equivalent is. We arrived at Narnia Church, the largest and oldest of those devoted to the Nornan faith. The faith does not employ depictions of their deity. Instead, Goddess Norna is light itself. The light filtering through the stained glass is the object of Nornan worship. Oh, hey Mitchell.
We are citizens of Historica. Why are we on a guided tour? What's up with the voices in the background? They're kind of creepy.
To study up on our kingdom and its history.
You want to study through a tour? Is that how shallow your knowledge of your own home is?
Yeah, we don't know shit. We were locked in our room for like many years. We were just kind of stuck in there because of Eel's stepmommy.
That may be, yes. Do you know the name of Goddess Norna's spouse?
I have no interest in the familial affairs of others.
We are talking about others here. This is the very history of our kingdom and its royal family. In the complete book of herbs, penned by famous explorer Alcott, with which 10 specimens does he name at being on the verge of extinction. Can I speak? Fuck.
Oh, he's really the
actually guy. In the complete book of herbs, penned by famous explorer Alcott, which 10 specimens does he name as being on the verge of extinction?
Anno, Rondola, Terbinkle, Murga, Figa, Surge Jaw, Chabath, Kennerm, Picklegrin, and Ishik Lux Fluffus? I don't know. Among these, oh fuck. Ishik Lux Fluffus has already been confirmed to be extinct, though it has been prized as one of the ingredients for an elixir.
That's enough of that. You're also pretty knowledgeable on weather patterns and hiking techniques. If I remembered correctly, you probably have the highest survival knowledge in the order.
All of that was necessary to hunt for food for the Garudas. I also just find it all interesting.
A woman of the wild, you are.
That she turned out this way is all the fault of Kriya's Castle Rock.
Maya!
She barely joined the order before he began taking her out to the woods every single day. She learned how to drain blood from a deer before basic etiquette. Ah, those were the days. Draining blood from a deer, drinking it out of a cup. I could feel my own knowledge and skill set growing by the day. That may have been the most enriching period of my life so far. Oh dear.
Maya!
It's a good sign she wants to learn more about history now. But I think, though a textbook is probably a better source of information. I'm fine with her simply taking baby steps. I was the one who suggested she give this a try after all. This particular tour is managed by our government. It's the easiest and most suitable method of understanding how our kingdom desires to be viewed by our neighbors. Right, Car? Right. No history book will give me the unvarnished version of history I seek. They're only published after being stripped of truth through censorship. Maya's subsequent advice was that I focus on what elements of that history our country finds most relevant in its foreign relations, a notion I found genuinely helpful.
As little as you resemble each other physically, those outrageous statements are all the proof I need to know you're related.
Oh yeah, he thinks we're sisters. We're not. She's just our maid. Because we're like trying to keep it down low that we're from a noble family. To hide my status as a member of the Lizel family, Maya and I act as siblings. Next, I'll be explaining how this country came to be. About 1700 years ago, the world was embroiled in war. Goddess Norna wept for the suffering of the people and descended upon the yet underdeveloped land of Altham and created a land free of conflict. In her grace, she first created 5 nations: Machine, the mechanical utopia; Wallant, the militant enclosure; Rizzo, the fellowship of the sun; and Nocturnus. Grippa, the land of many blessings. Ortillo, the garden of nature. And finally, she built her casket, Historica. That looks like us. Her powers turned this wild land into a paradise for men, but not all were pleased with her actions. Least of all one who could see humans fall to ruin, the witch, Arcus. Is that the witch Arcus? We kind of look like her. Those under the witch's curse turned to evil, and the goddess strove to protect the people. For 7 days and 7 nights they fought until she finally triumphed in her battle. The witch's final words were thus: "My family still lives. 'Tis only a matter of time before this land overflows with sinners." To which the goddess replied, "And I shall become the light to lead my people along the right path." Thus was the Nornan faith formed. Those who would see the witch's will done still roam in the darkness. Very recently we had one such incident, but Norna's guiding light saw us through the peril and into safety. If I said I didn't feel guided in the slightest, would they kick me out of this tour? Yeah. Lucian. Goddess Norna chose a man by the name of Lucius for her spouse. So are we like the reincarnation of Norna, and Lucian is supposed to be Lucius, or whatever, it kind of looks like him. He took on her hopes and led the people to cultivate this land. This man, Lucius Neshburn, became Historica's very first king. Yeah, well, he's at least like a descendant of him. His family line continues to rule and remains unbroken to this very day. So poor Lucian, he's like fucking 2 routes in a row now, he freaking dies. It's just gonna be like a trend, like he's just gonna die in every route except for his own. This man, Lucius Neshburn, became Historica's very first king. His family line continues to rule. Destroy everything! Revenge! Rage! Hello, Crimbles. Nice to see you here. We're learning about the Nornan faith. His family line continues to rule and remains unbroken to this very day. This year marks the 1646 anniversary of our founding. Now once have we... I have a hard time saying word of numbers. Yeah. Hey, hope you had a great day today. Not once have we had a war, all because the Neshburn family had inherited her pure light and continues to protect us. A family of pure light, huh?
Ew, all done. That was surprisingly interesting. Takes me back to all those field trips in elementary school.
Yeah. Okay. Why did you end up coming along anyway?
'Cause he's a nerd. So you finally thought to ask me, did you? Just how little do I matter in your life? I'm here because Grand Commander Krias asked me to come. He asked that I watch over you and make sure you didn't get dragged into anything odd.
Watch over me? I'll be a member of the Inquisitorial Order starting tomorrow.
Me too? What? You're coming with us? What? You? Hugh put himself up as a candidate as well. It'll be far more difficult for someone from his family in line to join the Order.
His family line? My head is nothing but question marks. What does family have to do with your chosen profession? It's then though I remember the way others tend to view Inquisitors. I've seen time and again that the way people wrongly judge Inquisitors. Is that all related?
It most certainly is.
Adventure. But his dad is one of the cardinals, right? I thought a man of the church would understand inquisitors better than anyone. Am I wrong?
Well, yes. The inquisitorial order is an institution under the church, but...
Mitchell goes silent. Whatever he wants to say, he seems terribly hesitant to say it. In contrast, Maya continues trailing thought with a clipped tone. The inquisitorial order is where the children of criminals are assigned.
Huh?
Sinners are cleansed upon death, but it is generally believed that their children must repent in their own ways. Ridiculous! What point is there in blaming a child for their parents' actions? It may sound like a tired, outdated custom, but it's nevertheless the law.
I don't think people would ever become inquisitors otherwise. We can complain all we want, but we need inquisitors. Yikes. You sure didn't like that explanation. This isn't the type of common sense that appeals to you, I'm sure.
Talk about sins of the father, I know, right?
You're even purer than the royal family after a fashion. No wonder the Grand Commander is so worried about you.
I'm happy for your consideration, but I can take care of myself. I'm not so far gone that I need your help.
Oh, don't be like that. I get plenty out of joining the order, if it's only temporary.
And what do you get out of this exactly?
That's my secret. I'll be seeing you tomorrow at our new workplace.
Let us be off as well.
Knowledge. Uh-huh.
Hey, Maya. I think the discussion about Inquisitors have helped me make my decision better than the tour. I will trust in Lucian's confession. Oh, the package. What was the package? Oh, we're about to read it. Not from Lucian for Beyond the Grave.
Just as night enveloped us all,
Because it's the fucking voice I gave him. The fucking Fluttershy voice.
the witch's magic will leave none spared as it falls upon this nation. It is no small blessing I was able to meet you before it had happened. Here I will put to paper a record of the royal family's sins. Know that I write with these with the knowledge that they are true, but I lack concrete evidence to prove them. You are free to do as you please. You may dismiss them for a lack of evidence, trust me, or keep silent even in your trust. I choose to believe in your judgment. There was once a clan that lived deep in the forest. They cultivated this land with the Neshburn family and disappeared into the trees when their roles were done. The name of this clan is Ishik, and the old language apparently meant recurring time. Justin, they prize peace in all eras, helping the...
Wait, what if Lucian's the Witch of Roses? He keeps... I don't... That would be kind of funny. But he is the scion of the goddess. The descendant of the spouse of the goddess.
They are our supporters and compatriots, until the king, my father, saw them massacred. No records exist of this tragedy 20 years ago, and of course they don't. That we lived on land unstained by blood is the pride and joy of the royal family. I don't understand why this happened, but I cannot in good conscience call acts taken in the secrecy of night just, no matter the circumstances. The 20 knights involved in the slaughter died one after the other. Records state their deaths were from accident or illness, but I believe otherwise. The last of them died 3 years ago.
What could have ruined the one who was destined to be like... Oh, you're right. You're so close to getting an affiliate!
I know! It's so exciting! It's so exciting!
It's so exciting!
The last was Carlson, one of my knights, and he confessed all just before his death. He was a man of righteousness, and I trust every word he told me. I believe that what he told me was the unvarnished truth. For his sake and for the sake of those who have died, I must see this tragedy brought to light. But unfortunately, I cannot find any way to prove these claims. All evidence have been disposed, and all those have been passed on. There is still hope. However, Carlson allowed a single member of the Ishii clan to escape. According to him, this member was a young girl of no more than 10. If she were still alive, then maybe. Normally it's a fool's errand to hope a child can survive living in the forest, but maybe a child from the forest-dwelling Ishi clanlet. Should she despise the royal family for their actions, then I want you to look for her. Those of the Ishi clan tattoo their bodies, so that should work as a clue to finding her. A slaughter orchestrated by the royal family 20 years ago. The king could easily pin this slaughter on someone else, but there must be a reason he hasn't. Does he want to hide the existence of this clan so badly? As a clan that built up this nation alongside the Neshburns, the Ishi clan would be revered among the citizenry. Did the king fear what this may lead to? Is that why he annihilated the clan? Annihilated. To solidify the Neshburn's grip on power? It makes sense, but it's not enough. What threat could be an isolated clan posed to the king? Why do anything about them now after leaving them alone for over 1,000 years? This letter alone doesn't give me enough clues to form an answer. There's one thing I know. What do you know, Car? Oh, hello, Lucien. You were alive for a little bit. And now you're dead. Again. Hi, Ion! How are you doing? Prince Lucien was an honest soul. That his own father orchestrated the slaughter of an entire people must have come to a shock to him. Hey, I'm glad. You're very good. It's Thursday, and so close to Friday. I'm pretty good myself. I'm excited that tomorrow's Friday, and I actually feel pretty good. I'm kind of nervous about the Pokemon battle tomorrow. I made a team, but I have no idea if it's good, and I don't really know what I'm doing. But hey, it's all in fun. Prince Lucien was an honest soul. That his own father orchestrated the slaughter of an entire people must have come to a shock to him. Thank you, Crumbles. With a struggle for the crown heating up, he probably wanted his father's support, yet instead he chose to censor him. You can never understate the amount of strength and courage needed in such a situation. You must think it's strange that I chose to tell you all this. You are doubtless rendered confused by this new information, but I promise I'm writing this for a reason. I hold doubts not just towards my father, but towards my brother Conrad as well. Even his hound renders him out of my reach. Who's his hound? His silhouette kind of looks like our boy, Tyril. But he hates the royal family. You hold them same misgivings, do you not? Without steal into the room of the administrator he favors. Unfortunately, I have no way of cornering Conrad into a confession. That being said, I believe the Ishi massacre could be the key we need to expose his misdeeds. Thank you, Ion. I really appreciate it. If only I'd been able to find you earlier, then maybe. No, there's no point in lamenting in the past. If we're both able to escape the Membrum's rampage, then I'll come see you. I believe that I'll be able to choose the correct path so long as you walk it with me. Oh, you died, Lucien! You didn't survive! You were murdered! And were eaten by children. You were the one who gave me courage. So, what do you intend to do, my lady? I will look for the missing Ishi girl. And what will you do once you find her? I would say I'd make the decision only after talking with her, but it may be too late at that point. Sympathy is a powerful motivator, but you must always be a step ahead. Should you let someone else make the first move, your decisions will suffer. I currently regret my own decisions. I should have burned that letter the moment it arrived and never showed it to you. His Royal Majesty kept the Ishi incident a secret because it could shake the very foundations of our monarchy. Having this knowledge makes you no different than a traitor. Where Prince Lucien is still alive, we may have options available to us, but as it stands, my one wish is that you forget everything you read, my lady. You have your own goals, do you not? You carry a heavy burden you haven't even disclosed to me. I simply worry for you. Worry that one day you'll find yourself broken and bruised. I know how you feel, Maya, and I don't want to see you upset.
I promise to remember everything you told me. I won't act rashly. Thank you, my lady.
Ow, ow.
This is how it should be. I have goals of my own, just like Maya said. I tell that to myself over and over again that evening. If I don't, I'll fall into a hole of despair at how utterly useless I am. What am I even trying to do here? I let the witch get away after the trial and wasn't even able to reveal Conrad's crimes. I can't even look for a poor girl who has had her family ripped out from under her. I'm powerless. I thought I could become anything I wanted to once I left that room, but in the end I can't change a thing. I won't give up on myself ever again. Why am I doubting myself now? Get it together. If I stop even attempting to challenge these obstacles, I'll just be the sad girl I was back then. Remember your resolve. Remember that you've chosen to push forward. I can only ever be me, and I've sworn to become the ideal version of myself. What? What? We died? Why are we here? Wait, huh? Wait, is he just talking to us? Wait, huh? Wait, rest in peace. Because this is like where she goes when she offs, like, he's the guy who keeps on reviving us. The Fatal Rewind. Rune. He's kind of mysterious. I think he's also a witch, but he's considered a good witch or whatever. But when we see this guy is usually when we die or we off ourselves. Maya wouldn't do that. Maya's perfect. But our main character does have a habit of not really treating her life well. Like, Maya, she actually was the victim in the last route, and she went nuts. She tried to fix it, and she kept on offing herself over and over and over again. Maya's perfect for giving her insolence. Yeah, you should be.
That's all well and good, but I'm not sure that means storming the castle, Car.
I stormed nothing. I followed... Oh, you got yourself killed, Car. Gosh darn it. I stormed nothing. I followed all appropriate procedures. I summarized the incident in a report and submitted it to administration. The report got presented to the king.
And you got executed as a traitor. You made a complete beeline for the castle without any second thoughts. You did. You made a complete beeline for the castle without any second thoughts, he did. Prince Lucian must be turning in his grave.
Oh god. We fucked up. We did a stupid. I just wanted to give it a try. I didn't know how the king would react to knowing those secrets. Car died for being too honest.
Aren't you scared of dying?
Of course I am. I don't want to experience anything like that ever again.
And yet here you are, again. You remember what I said about dying too many times, right? Your mind will fall apart and you'll never get another chance.
I know that, but this had already given me the answer I needed. The king did, in fact, slaughter an entirely innocent clan. The way he panicked gave it away, and the lack of any questioning I received is further proof.
Is that really so important?
It tells me the royal family has a secret, and that the Ishii clan holds the key to unlocking it.
I see. I mean, the royal family having a secret is pretty interesting, but aren't we getting a bit off track?
It's like someone keeps dying to a Dark Souls spot. Yeah! Not at all. I want nothing more than to see Conrad burn.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Should Conrad disappear, the crown would go to Prince Lucian, and I have no problems with that. No one is more suited for the position than he.
Sure, but Prince Lucian's dead. Oh, were you planning to go back to before he died?
I plan to go back once I understand how the best to get my revenge and defeat the witch. Though I also know that won't be enough.
How so?
Prince Lucian intends to confront the king for the atrocities committed against the Ishii clan. Doing so, however, may result in the right of succession being stripped away from him. But if I can't be sure Prince Lucian will be able to take the throne, I won't be able to destroy Conrad's life without worry.
Now that's certainly a weird way to think about it. Why don't you just be honest with yourself? Deep down, you know you can't just leave that Ishii girl, whoever she is, to fend for herself. This is your life. You should spend it doing whatever it is you want to.
Are you sure? I've been using these powers for goals outside the very reason you lent them. I've been using these powers for goals outside of the very reason you lent them to me in the first place.
That's fine with me. I'm already outside the flow of time. Whether you take a long road or choose a shortcut, all that matters to me is the final result. Plus,
Oh yeah, I think he wants us to kill the Witch of Ruin.
plus, I can't say for sure the Ishii clan is unrelated to my goal.
What?
Whoops, we're running out of time. I feel like there was something else I needed to tell you. Huh?
Give us a little selfishness as a treat.
Be wary of your dreams. Dreams? May this be our final encounter.
He says that every time.
Expecto animus!
I knew exactly what you were going to say before you said it, dude. You said it every time. Yep, we really did die. It's like the pawn in this chess game of witches. Where Prince Lucy is still alive, we may have had options available to us, but as it stands... I got the fucking tarot card. But as it stands, my only wish is that you forget everything you've read, my lady. You have your own goals, do you not? You carry a heavy burden you haven't even disclosed to me. I simply worry for you. Worry that one day you'll find yourself broken and bruised.
Maya!
Yes? I appreciate your concern, but you needn't worry about me. Yeah, all the carrots have a... Carrot? All the carrots have the... Territor's cards. All the carrots have Territor cards. Yeah, they do. I think I posted them in the server. I appreciate your concern, but you needn't worry about me. On what basis do you claim this? Do you need proof to trust me? What a dishonest way to phrase that question! You're right that I have my own goals. The longer I live, the more goals I inevitably gain. But I'm afraid that, should you choose to extend your aid to all those you come across, you will inevitably buckle under the weight. I know you love Jojo, Bombo. I promise I'll never let that happen. Oh, you. She sighs and looks at me like she would a stubborn child. This individual was a young girl 20 years ago. Should she have survived, she would be in her late 20s or early 30s now.
Maya!
She would be likely covered in tattoos, so they won't function so well as a clue. You can, however, start by investigating professions that require workers to be covered up. You'll help me with this? This would have been a much simpler conversation if you ordered me to. But you never wished for anything from me. But I do, Maya, and you're already giving it to me. All I could ever want is for you to remain at my side.
She's pushing! Oh, Maya, we love you, Maya.
You do well to refrain from such conduct with others, my lady. One would think you were flirting.
Huh?
In any case, the name Ishii certainly does sound familiar to me.
It does? Do you remember where you heard it?
From you, my lady.
Me? When?
Ah, now I remember. You mentioned the name in the list of herbs while we were at the church.
Oh, Ishik Flux Flavus. I can't speak.
Could the similar names be a coincidence?
No, we'd be safer assuming they're related. The herb could be named after the clan. Unfortunately, Ishik Lux Flavus or whatever has long been extinct. The flower won't serve us well as a clue.
It was a flower?
Yes, only seen it in illustrations. It apparently glowed a beautiful yellow.
Wait. Doesn't, what is it? Wait. Yeah, we need the Maya route. I can agree with that. We need a Maya route. But, fucking, the guy route? Tyril. He has glowing flowers in his little thing. Remember, she was falling asleep and she's like,
Wow, he likes flower.
something hovers faintly on the verge of my memories, but it disappears as quickly as a passing comment. Remember, girl? I don't need flowers, I need Maya. Base. I'll do anything in my power to help you, but there's unfortunately only so much a maid could accomplish. Though I do understand the markets like the back of my hand. I can only... Oops. I forgot to turn off. I can only hope you'll find someone with a talent for searching, or at the very least someone we can commission.
Tyril's office!
Are we remembering? Oh yeah, this CG. He's the Grand Commander Krios introduced us to us. He's like, if you ever need like a favor from someone, I got my buddy here. And he's like drunk. He's like, why would I do that? Because he's like shit faced drunk, and he was like, I'll lend you mead to bribe him. And you're like, okay. So if I need a favor from Tyril, I can ask Krios for some mead to bribe him with. Thank you, Krios. Oh. So you know the markets well. Sorry. I do, indeed. I visit daily, but I know many regulars and owners as well. I'd like you to see if you can get a hold of a bottle of Arcana... Yeah, the mead! Arcana mead. And you would need this to move on to the next stage of your plan, I assume? You're always mercifully quick to the uptake, Maya. Inquisitor Lister is said to be proficient at finding lost items. You may very well be able to find this lost Ishik member. I doubt it'll be easy to get a hold of. We got quite the rival to contend with. Is this meat so wonderful? Now I'm personally curious. Worry not, my lady. If it passes through the markets, then it is certainly within my reach. Your confidence is inspiring, but I hate that I ultimately have to rely on others for this. Don't say that. This too is an example of your own power. There are many ways to move people, whether it is through money, honor, or obligation, but neither of these are easy methods. Money requires work to earn, and honor requires status to give. Only the most privileged have either from the outset. Yet you easily parted with both, and yet you still have those willing to assist you is but an example of your own efforts, is it not? Hearing that from you is nothing short of reassuring. Even if I manage to get a bottle of Arcana, I can't just ask him to do something as brazen as looking for the last remaining Ishik survivor. Doing so will only serve to put him in danger. I need to avoid any direct statements when I ask this of him. Now I have to be a bit unorthodox, considering his disdain for spotty explanations. As troublesome as it will be, I need his help. I have to discuss this with him. The next thing I know, I'm standing before a woman's corpse. Her chestnut hair is like crimson. What happened?
I never think with that.
Oh, it's a can I speak, please? Not a a vision, an opposite of a memory of the future.
I never knew things would turn out like this. It's all my fault. I did this.
How do you do, Mitchell? Was that a dream? Someone was dead and Mitchell was crying. Why must I start the morning with something so terrifying? I think last route she had like a vision too. Good morning, my lady. Breakfast is ready.
Good morning, Maya. I'll be right there.
Oh, Car, good morning. Where's your glasses? Oh, hey, Landon. Hey, why did I forget your name? Why did I forget you were such a homie during the trial? Hugo. Hey, yo, it's been a while. How you been?
Landon, Hugo, what brings you here?
We just wanted to see you and thought we might come around. And thought we might come. If I could speak. We just wanted to see you and thought we might if we came around to the Inquisitorial Order. So how's the new job? Are you fighting off witches?
Of course she isn't. She's only been there for about a week. I doubt she's doing much more than paperwork and various odd jobs.
In torture? I have yet to do anything very inquisitorial-like. I know! I'm ashamed. Member of the Castle Rock fan club. Oh, I see. Good for you, Hugh. We all know how worried you were about her getting corrupted by the other Inquisitors. Of course I was worried. She would never torture anyone, I think. I could see from the earnest looks in his eyes that Hugo was genuinely concerned for my safety. I don't know what I'd do if she began to enjoy inflicting pain on others. Do I truly look so problem-prone? I mean, Mitchell has performed more admirably so far. Mitchell had already earned the other Inquisitors' respect and affection. He's even started selling his family's wares to them. Oh, so this sales pipeline is what Mitchell gets out of this arrangement then. Is he really aiming for knighthood? Yeah, like I think like in the last he keeps on selling prints of like the popular knights and stuff for money.
He just wants to make a coin.
Anyways, Mitch, what happened to your glasses? Yeah, gotta make the bag.
I dropped them last night, which is a shame considering my poor vision.
Sounds tough. Stand next to me, I'll function as your eyes today.
Be still, my beating heart.
Oh. The vision. Mitchell! Car! Mesoterial calls! Come with me! Guess that's our call to leave. Good luck, guys. Make sure to take plenty of breaks.
Thank you, both of you.
The flower! The flower!
Yeah, someone's probably gonna die.
Master Tyril, I brought them with me. Mitchell yelps when Inquisitor Lister fixes him with a sharp gaze. I get it, believe me, he's scary. But I already know that he's incredibly kind underneath all that, kinda. But he still likes torturing people, that's still true.
A gag order has been issued regarding the carnival. I imagine it's in consideration of the orphanage children that got dragged into the crime.
Well, it's because Conrad doesn't want it revealed that those children are going to become slaves!
The Inquisitor Order is in charge of enforcing this order. Should you find anyone speaking of the matter, arrest them without prejudice.
Yes, sir.
We also received a report this morning about the location of a witch. Helen Preston, age 22. She lives alone, away from her parents, and has no prior criminal record. The report comes to us from the president of Lindenberg Trading, Maurice Lindenberg. Lindberg Trading, but that's...
Master Tyril's talking. Keep your comments to yourself.
It's whatever. If you have something to say, then say it.
Yeah, he's not hitting on... Yeah. When he's not hitting you for info, he's hugging you up for comfort. Well, he's not, like, breaking your fingers or, like, got his whip out or, like, anything. He can be a good guy, I guess.
I like breaking fingers or like little carrot sticks. It's whatever. If you have something to say, then say it.
My family runs a business, so I hear lots of rumors about those in the same industry. Mr. Lindbergh is an incorrigible womanizer who goes for even his own employees. There are even rumors of the women that brush off his advances getting fired. In a worst-case scenario, he puts in a false indictment to the Inquisitorial Order, claiming the woman in question is a witch.
Now that you mention it, I did see his name quite a bit in the records.
So the rumors were true!
Batman asking the bad guy to talk after breaking his bones.
That Helen woman is probably just suffering under Lindbergh's resentment.
And so what if she is? Do you propose we leave the issue be? What if this indictment has merit and she really is a witch?
Well...
You must unmask the witches among us. So long as we have an indictment, it's our duty to investigate.
Yes, sir.
Shall we off to investigate, Master Tyr?
Sure.
Helen lives in the employee dorm near the markets. It's not far from the order, but be careful she doesn't flee during the escort. That's probably the woman who dies, right, Helen?
Yes, sir. What will happen with her after she's arrested? You just listen to what she has to say and call it a day?
Those who testified are put into custody for 7 days and subjected to interrogation and torture during the confinement period.
Torture?
Torture is a necessary tool in the discernment of right and wrong. Should she be a witch, she will use her magic to resist the pain. If nothing happens after constant pushing for 7 days, we can be certain she's an ordinary human. You don't do any investigating before resorting to torture? If you can find proof she isn't a witch, then you need to go as far as torturing her. And now you propose to ascertain her humanity. There are no physical signs of being a witch, nor is magic a viewable phenomena. There is no evidence to be seen either way.
The Probatio Diabolica?
Evidence may prove the devil is among us, but the lack of evidence cannot prove he isn't, yes? There are similarities there, but we do have our methods. Yeah, that is extreme. If suspects can survive 7 days of confinement, they'll be set free. Torture is, under a certain definition, a way of saving those put under suspicion. Inquisitor Toll's explanation makes a certain amount of sense, but there's still something I can't quite accept. If Helen is simply the victim of Lindbergh's resentment, as Mitchell says, then a completely innocent woman would have to be tortured. What an irrational world we live in.
They get burned!
I'm well aware humans can be just as foul. I know plenty who deserve my ire. My stepmother and father, Orla, Conrad. But once I left home, I realized 4 isn't a large number. And that, as the world I saw larger and broader, the world is filled with those who could care less about their fellow man. I want to believe there are good people too. I do, but when all you ever see are the worst people, you could truly come to hate humans. We have arrived. This is Helen's home. God, she's still optimistic because after the last trial. Yeah. Coming! Helen's a young, beautiful woman. Her eyes shine with vitality beneath the banks of her chest. Yeah, she dies. It's the chestnut hair. You don't need a flashback, I already know. How odd. It's like something is clawing at the back of my mind. Helen Preston, I presume. I am with the Inquisitor Order. We have received word that you are a witch. Why? But I'm nothing of the sort. It is our job to prove that. Should you resist arrest, you will find yourself immediately upon the gallows. Was the company president that implicated me? It must have been. All because I turned him down. Inquisitor Toll put his restraints around Helen's wrist with a practiced hand. People around us began throwing us suspicious glances.
Can we maybe take one of the side roads? We stand on like a sore thumb here.
Well, I suppose. The side street Mitchell without his glasses, and then a woman with chestnut hair. Yeah, we don't. You don't need to keep on flashing forward. I know. Is this all just a coincidence? Should something I dreamed about really happen in real life?
Alright, let's go.
First choice of the chapter. What shall we choose? What shall we choose? Listen to this beautiful music while I pull up the guide. Sitting Howard could be a suspect for this chat, maybe. Stop. Wait. Is this a new life? Yeah, same route, but new life, like after yesterday. Well, she figured out some stuff and tried to try to bring the truth of it. And she was, we didn't really see it, but she was executed as a traitor, but now she's back. So yeah, different life, same timeline. Yeah, womp womp. Same route, but got killed by being too honest. Thank you, Cribbles, it's perfect. Wait.
What's wrong?
Let's continue down the main street.
The main street? Why? Inquisitor Toa's already given us the okay! Thank you for following, the Sneasler.
Ooh. That was really loud. Soup! Sup, sup. How are you doing? Wait, is it 50? Is it 50? Oh! Bumbo sent you here. wait. We're 50! We're at 50! We're 50! Yay! That's great! That's great. Thank you, Gio. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. We're finally at 50. Thank you, Ion. I really appreciate it. I'm really happy right now. We're about to see a woman get murdered, but I'm really happy right now. The hive is growing. Yeah. I can get affiliate. Oh my god, thank you. I can get affiliate soon. That's so. I'm so happy right now. I'm sorry to lend you something I'm already wearing, Helen, but could you use this to cover your head? You'll be able to hide your face with this. It won't do to make you walk out in public for too long, so try to deal with this for now.
That's true. Then why can't we just take the side streets, bitch?
All the stuff about being in public is a farce. I can't exactly give my actual reasons. I may as well be claiming I'm a witch if I come out and say I saw what comes next in my dream. First affiliate, then the world. Yeah. Queen Bee. the universe. That's a tall order. I don't want that much responsibility. I may as well be claiming that I'm a witch if I come out and say what comes next in a dream. If this is all just a coincidence, all the better for it. My fatal rewind already makes me close to inhuman, and having premonitions on top of that terrifies me. But even as I hope it's all a coincidence, a part of me knows otherwise. I know that was far worse than a normal dream. Oh, is it because we got the precognition from the trial? Hey, did you hear about that old back alley apartment? Apparently it suddenly collapsed. I just came from there, as a matter of fact. A number of bricks fell, causing quite a ruckus. Apparently no one's hurt, though, thank the goddess. Oh, so that's how. We have custody of Helen Preston.
Good. Good. I heard some accidents happen near there. Did anything happen on the way over?
We were fine. I suggested we take that street on the way back, but then she recommended otherwise. Thank you, Car. If we hurry along the path, we'll be in the middle of a catastrophe right now.
Wow, we actually prevented something.
Car?
Oh, yeah, it's no big deal.
It's like, hey. You can, well, return to your positions. Miss Red, stay here.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You got lucky and saved everyone, so what's with that face?
Is something off?
It sure is. You look like you've seen a ghost.
You're far too perceptive, Inquisitor Lister. How does someone train for that?
You want to know?
Oh, God. Is there gonna be CG? Oh. Inquisitor Lister grabs my hand.
Master Tyril precepts the second. To read a person, one must look at their hands.
Well, you read it.
The face is the clearest indicator of a person's emotions. As such, people believe that they simply put up a poker face that they can get away with their secrecy.
I thought something much worse was gonna happen. I was like, okay, you're weird. Oh, like she's blushing. She's I love her, MC. Look at her. I love her. Tips of his fingers brush over the back of my hand. He's okay too, I guess. He's slow and gentle as if trying to find something there. It tickles, yet his touch is comfortable.
I don't get it, sir. You're kind of dumb. But, while they may not be as talkative as the face, the hands tell us as much. The way a person's fingers stiffen, their gestures and temperature, the sweat. When you came in here just now, your fingers were as stiff as the rest of you. You experienced something shocking, yet you didn't say a word. You can't tell me what happened? Your temperature is rising, you started swelling. Not swelling, sweating. I mean, you just blew up like a balloon. Pooh! Oh, that was a medical emergency, I'm sorry. You started sweating. You're having anaphylaxis. Hands? Are you panicked now that I guessed correctly? Even if I have. Why are you so red? You were as pale as a sheep when you first show up. Sheep? Did I say sheep? Pale as a sheep? When you first show up. It doesn't make a lick of sense. It doesn't make a lick of sense. You have a fever? You feel, oh god, the trope. Yeah, you have a fever? Are you alright?
No, I'm fine as a result of my mind wandering.
Huh?
My hands are callous and scarred from a history of gripping swords and bows. It's a little embarrassing to have you look so closely at such rough hands, if I'm being honest.
Good thing I'm not talking about any of that then.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Your sense of shame is an odd one, Mr. Ed. You didn't even blink an eye when you did much more. Are you talking about?
Oh no! So this is like along the other side. What the it was for medical purposes, you said. What? That's entirely medical in nature, remember? And you told me not to think of it much besides. What the fuck's going on here? I don't know.
Didn't think you had any to be so cute. What the fuck?
I don't know why I'm
A person's hands tell not only their emotions, but also their past. The color skin here is proof of the level of training you put yourself through. And I prefer much such signs of determination over silky smooth skin.
So, okay. I didn't expect him to... Okay. Okay.
It's much easier to work with someone to the bone when they're used to such difficulties, wouldn't you say?
He's trying to Riz. Is that Riz? Or is he like,
I can use her.
He gives me a teasing grin. This man is cunning. And he gives such a charming smile that even he berates me as proof of that. How am I to get angry at him?
Now that is on my mind, have you run into the Witch of Ruin since the trial?
Not at all. I haven't seen the witch since that night.
I see.
He goes quiet, apparently deep in thought. Is something bothering you?
Do you think the Witch of Ruin had any intention of winning the trial?
Of course he does. Enough that in treating... I don't know why I act like... It's like by myself, like, look at this, so sweet. But whatever. I get like so... It's like I get... It's like, why is he doing this? I'm so embarrassed. I don't know. Even though entreating me to win against him in the trial was one of the first things he told me to do if I wanted to capture him. Wait, I actually think all he said was what I needed to participate. Either way, it doesn't make that big of a difference. Oh, no, it's not a Yali. That's our main character, Anastasia. She's a girl. She's a girl boss. Either way, it doesn't make that big a difference. I'm in no position to divulge these details to Inquisitor Lister, so I instead go for a much more innocuous answer. That witch didn't seem the type to be pleased with failure, at least. He was upset just knowing that you've seen through how his magic works. Isn't that a simple something?
And I agree with that, which is why I find it all so strange. Why would he commit such a fatal mistake? Fatal mistake?
The Witch of Ruin made a fatal mistake. Is it missing or a process? The name? I don't know. Maybe my brain's... Oh, anesthesia. No, Anastasia. Anesthesia is what they use to put you under for surgeries and stuff. There's general anesthesia too. That's why I should have named her. I should have named her Anesthesia. Witch of Ruin made a fatal mistake. I should be happy about that, but I haven't the faintest idea what he's getting at. But instead they named her fucking Car. I don't know why, but her name was Car.
Cass's insistence on focusing on the Membram's loss and morals is what gave us this victory. But that only worked because we are dealing with a child.
The Force bottoming name.
I suppose it has its own variety of annoyance, given the ire you earned by going after a kid. But how do you think things would have gone if we were dealing with Prince Conrad? Should he be a Membrum? He would have enough mental fortitude to adopt the mannerisms of any normal human. Why shoulder the risk of choosing a child?
Do you think the witch lost it on purpose?
Either that or the outcome actually means very little to him.
I'm not sure what the witch is after, but I do know that his choice of a young child has left deep scars in the people involved. Yeah, we killed a child. And I'm no exception to that. Just remembering the fear on his face and in his voice is enough to claw at my heart.
Hey! Oh! You're looking like it's all over again. Look at those nostrils flare up. Is that your game face?
Rude, I'm trying to get pumped up here. Still, it's nice. I feel at ease when I see him smile. That evening, I think back on everything that's happened today, from my conversation with Inquisitor Lister to the incident with Helen. That incident had convinced me my dreams are premonitions.
Hey, be wary of dreams.
Oh yeah, he did say that. I wish Rune had been a bit clearer in his warning. Never guessed he meant anything as terrifying as premonitions. I've been given a deeply unusual power. If I were in some fairy tale, I'd either have to forfeit my soul or fall into the fires of hell as payment. If that turns out to be the case here, then so be it. So long as I get my revenge and defeat the witch, I don't care what happens to me. I have come to receive glowing words of praise, my lady.
Oh, you got the mead, don't ya? You got the mead.
No way. I come with the mead you wanted.
Maya!
Maya places a bottle on the table. You're the goat, Maya. From what I was able to gather, 2 others are looking for this particular item. The first is the Grand Commander of the Wings, while the second is Inquisitor Lister. Yes, the Grand Commander is using it to use for bribe material for Lister, and Inquisitor Lister is just a huge fan, which is why you can bribe him with mead. Days. Wonder if dreams are visions or just other timelines we retain a bit of info on.
I mean,
that'd be cool. Even talking about being in a trope is a trope now. Yeah. You're right. It's like all this has happened before. We just don't remember that it happened before, and we're just getting little bits of like memories and stuff. It's a meta within a meta. They seized control of the major distributors between them, which made this quite a difficult task. I do wish I was able to secure another bottle for my personal consumption. I knew I could count on you! Only you could triumph against those 2, Maya. All that remains is to figure out how to explain myself to him. It won't be easy to solicit his help in looking for the surviving Ishik without actually bringing up the clan's name. The central square is bathed in light of the early morning. Despite the solemn atmosphere so soon after the trial, the area is slowly regaining its former bustle. Morning, Mitchell.
Car, good morning.
What's wrong? Not feeling well?
I'm okay. But Miss Preston's torture starts today.
I see.
I don't know much about Miss Preston, but you can't avoid hearing about Lindbergh trading, no matter how much hard you may try. Lindbergh is old, and many of their wares of the highest quality around. Some claim they're the reason Historica is so prosperous. In exchange, they treat their employees like dirt. If the president is taking his frustrations out on Miss Preston like the rumors imply he is, doesn't that make me an accomplice for arresting her?
We did nothing more nor less than our jobs, but I understand where you're coming from. I can't accept putting someone to the whip when no proper investigation has been done.
So, do you want to try going to Lindbergh training tonight? I want to talk with the president.
Absolutely, let's go. That's not going to go well.
Thank you. Oh, please keep this a secret from the other Inquisitors. I'm sure they'll be angry if they find out.
Really? I think Inquisitor Lister would at least understand.
What, Car? You're listening to yourself? He sits at the top of the Inquisitor chain. He may as well be the king of evil up there.
Mitchell, the Inquisitor Order is not evil incarnate.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose, but you're still far too understanding. You haven't forgotten that it was Inquisitor Lister that tortured Grand Commander Creus, have you? You need to be careful about how much trust you put into him. If he betrays you, you'll be the one hurt most of all.
What are you mumbling about?
Yeah.
Oh, speak of the devil and he shall appear.
Inquisitor Lister! Good morning.
Good morning. Howard, you'll be joining Sanguine and the others during their interrogations and record what happened.
Yes, sir.
You'll be with me, Miss Red.
Okay, next time there's like a remote testing, I'm going to try not to go, why, and stuff like that. Just gonna try to play it out plainly. So, where are we going?
Cardinal Connigan.
Howard is a suspect simply because he's the one who suggested to take a different route. Yeah, but I think it was just like a coincidence. Cardinal Monaghan. Oh,
Cardinal Monaghan apparently wants to speak with you. Probably just some courtesy call, but so just deal with it if you must.
Oh, he wants to see mail.
I do apologize. Cardinal Monaghan is out of his office at the moment.
The sharp glint in Inquisitor Lister's eyes made the nun shriek, and I quickly slipped myself between them. Just like the turtle said, there is no coincidence.
Do you know when he'll return? I'm not sure, but I have been told to have you wait for him should you visit. Okay then, we'll wait. Okay then, we'll wait here.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Sassy Pants. You're just like pouting. Inquisitor Lister sits down with a beleaguered side? I don't even know what that word is.
You can leave, Inquisitor. I'll come get you when the Cardinal returns. Stop that. You'll just be giving kindling to that geezer. Still, I can't say I like the idea of twiddling my thumbs here. Let's discuss something entertaining.
Like what exactly?
They say that you eat enough sugar to equal 5 times your weight in grams, you'll die. A lethal dose of chocolate is 10% your weight. When you hear stuff like that, doesn't it make you consider a person's weight a surprisingly important number?
Why are you making that face? Well, I guess so. Like, how dogs can't eat chocolate. I think it's like a similar premise.
Yeah, the person's weight is a surprisingly important number. I suppose. So this is an awfully foreboding conversation to be having in a church. Then we can berate Cass if you want. Go on about his shady smiles or how he's actually going bald.
I can and will not say something I don't actually mean.
Talk to your superiors like that and you'll never get ahead in life. I mean, look at me. I get shit done. But I'm still stuck at the bottom rung.
But everyone here looks at you for instructions. You don't have a formal position.
Sure don't. Weird, huh? Man, what I would have given to get a promotion and kick all those dumbasses to the curb.
It's clear his attitude is why he hasn't been promoted, but I decided to keep silent on that observation. I don't care to be promoted, but I don't want his snark aimed at me. Is there another soul in the church? I don't see any of the adherents, and the nuns have likely hidden way out of fear.
If you have something to talk about, there's no better time than now. You've been restless about something lately. I know it's not been about work.
Good eye. I found a bottle of Arcana.
Good on you. So what do you need?
I want you to find a woman for me. Yeah, I mean, he just admitted to firing to hire us once he gets bigger. Yeah, you're right. He is between 25 and 35 now. It will be easily recognizable from the tattoos on her body.
And?
That's all.
You're awfully confident I can get this done if that's all the information you're willing to give me. Enough of this asinine behavior.
I knew it.
You really got nothing else for me? What she looks like, where she's from, her personal history, anything works. You certainly look like you have something else. You want me to look for this woman? You can't even tell me about her.
For a minute, I considered telling him everything. It'll make negotiations quicker and stave off any suspicion he may have for me. But when I weighed the girl who lost her family against Inquisitor Lister's safety, I chose silence.
I don't make promises I can't keep. Save your mead for some other time.
Okay.
I'm being extremely reasonable here, right?
Yes.
Finding a woman I know absolutely nothing else about would be impossible, don't you think?
Yes.
Then why do you look like I betrayed your trust?
I look like that?
If you're not doing it on purpose, that makes it even worse.
I guess I just convinced myself that you could do anything. I discovered how amazing you truly are from the trial, and since I've been unable to take my eyes away from anything you do, This girl, I swear, she did this last. She like she does this with Maya and everyone else. She just like unintentionally like rizzes them up. They're like, but she has no intention. She just does it by accident. And as a result, you seem to me a genius that can make the impossible possible. And you're also so kind. I think I took advantage of that as well. I thought that even if my request was an unreasonable one, you would accept it anyway. She's the witch of Riz. Oh, hi.
If it isn't Lister, young Lysel, I apologize for the wait. Lister, why do you clutch your chest?
No reason. By the way, Cardinal, how much do you have in the way?
I believe.
What do you call us here for? Never have I wasted more time. How does that geezer manage to make conversation so boring? Can he not rub his brain cells together for once?
I'll go by myself next time. Thank you for coming, but I should get back to my duties now.
Wait.
Yes?
If you tell me everything you're hiding, then I may just consider handling your request.
Really?
So, since I'm willing to help you out, tell me everything. Wait, I never had a chance to love you, but I only want to say I love you one more time.
Looking up the guy.
Wait, just a moment before our love will die. 'Cause I...
Oh, don't tell him.
Wait for a moment.
It's fine, just forget I ever asked.
What?
It's too dangerous. One wrong move and you can very well die.
And that's exactly why you thought to ask me, isn't it?
But I'm still scared.
Scared? You're as hard to break as a straw cord, yet you feel fear? That's rich coming from the woman that ripped the first prince a new one.
I only did that because I knew that even if he were to be angry, I would be the only one dealing with it. What I'm terrified of is the people I love. Being put in harm's way. Oh my god. Witch of Riz. She doesn't even know what she's doing. She doesn't even know what she's doing. She doesn't know. You just told the man that you loved him. Oh my god.
Is this some calculated plan, or are you just like this?
That's one way to... I don't even think she means it that way. I mean, she could. Is this just rally? Is this... Are you just... She's just like this, Tyril. She's just like this. What do you mean?
It's fine. Just tell me what's going on.
She did the same shit to Curious. I tell Inquisitor Lister everything about the letter I received from Prince Lucian. Dang. I'm looking for a woman of the Ishii clan. A knight by the name of Carlson let her escape 20 years ago, making her the lone survivor. Do you happen to know about the Ishii clan? Inquisitor Lister?
No, I don't. This is the first I've heard of them.
I see. I looked through as many history and folklore books as I could get my hands on, but not once did I see the name Ishii mentioned.
Are you sure you can trust this letter? It could be a crude prank from someone else.
The letter was marked with the prince's personal seal. The paper, too, is of the sort only the royal family can use. There were other details written that only the prince and I would have any knowledge of. It is without a doubt from Prince Lucian himself.
Okay, but even assuming it's real, why would you put yourself in danger?
To save the girl, of course.
Are you doing this because this was his last request?
That's one of my reasons, yes.
So, what? Does his knowledge she is the last of her kind make your heart cry out for her?
I understand to a degree that's what it means to be a victim of violence justified by overwhelming authority. Oh, I said that completely wrong. I understand to a degree what it means to be a victim of violence justified by overwhelming authority. And even for those not subject to that, there are still those whose lives have been left with so little because of said authority. That is reason enough to act. I'm not asking this of you just because of your outstanding skills, Inquisitor Lister. I'm doing this because I know you're kind and just. Yeah, we want revenge! I believe that you, of all people, would help me. Which is why I looked for a bottle of Arcana.
I have no desire to make myself an enemy of the royal family. Forget this ever happened. Never speak of it again.
Damn. My breathing falters and I inhale shakily. None of this despair. This is all me for putting all my expectations on him. I won't disgrace either of us any farther.
Where is Prince Lucian's letter now?
At home. I'm hidden it from prying eyes. Oh, was there someone listening in? Or wait, she wouldn't say it was at home. Huh? Or she was like, come over to my house, I got the letter.
Mr. Lindbergh's manor is up ahead.
Oh, you're still doing this. I think you're being kind of dumb here. Fine, so become an enemy of the kingdom. Everyone gets hit with everyone.
It's incredible that a simple merchant is able to afford a manor in the noble quarter. I admire him as someone with a family in the business, but I'm otherwise terrified of him. You're apparently completely ruled by his envy. Car, are you even listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Really? You seem in low spirits today. Are you feeling alright?
I'm just fine. Anyway, when will we be able to meet with the president?
There's an executive meeting with all the major company presidents right now. We'll try and intercept him on his way home.
Are you sure he won't have his guard up with such a suspicious method?
No, our methods will get us where we need. Mr. Lindbergh will be traveling to Ratio tomorrow, so tonight's our last chance. And wait until he walks out of the McDonald's and...
We're just gonna talk to him, right?
However, he confesses is dependent entirely on your energy here, so spirits up.
I said I'm perfectly fine.
Inquisitor Lister says something to upset you, yes? You looked under the weather since you came back from your outing with him. I warned you about this. His heart is cold as ice.
But I know him more than you do. I can change him. I can fix him.
I understand what you want to say. The people of the Inquisitorial Order aren't evil. They're normal people once you get to talk to them, and they've been incredibly kind to us. But you must admit how unsettling this all is. It's wrong to subject someone to torture just because of a potentially malicious indictment without any evidence.
Nah, they're evil.
The lack of any clear protest is tantamount to these people, but abdiking our responsibilities as Inquisitors. I know this is probably easier said than done, but if Inquisitor Lister was truly talented, then do you really think this kind of thing would happen? He isn't exactly the type to listen to his superiors, after all. And he still refuses to do anything. That just proves the kind of person he is. The more I see how capable he is, the more disappointed I get.
Wait, did someone just come out of Mr. Lindbergh's manor?
Huh? It's already midnight. Why would someone come outside? Oh, look, there's Mr. Lindbergh's car. He's finally back. Let's grab him once he gets out. Make sure you cover his mouth. We don't need his screams making this harder than it already is.
Yeah, this is gonna go great. I'm starting to wonder if this is no better than a sneak attack. Yeah, they got cars, I guess. Car got a car. Yeah, they have cars.
Alright, let's go.
Wait, someone's here. Someone's there. They also have things that can fly. Oh, it's the Hound, which I think it's Lister, because he has the twink frame. I know who that is. That's the individual I ran into in the administrator's room, Conrad's Hound. The moon hangs bright into the sky tonight, affording me a clear look at this supposed Hound. It's gonna... Yeah, I knew it! It's him! In a different outfit. I like the hair, man. He has a slight build, but even at distances, I can see he has the muscles necessary for combat. Hoity hid in his face immediately marks him as suspicious.
No, what?
No way, why are they here?
You don't see his fucking Lister! Mitchell, do you know who this man is? He looks like a ninja. Yeah.
He's the ninja?
Lister was the ninja.
Ninja?
A chivalrous thief only goes after the wicked. We talked about him a bit last trial, remember? But Hound... Wow, this is the first time I've seen him in person. He looks exactly as Thomas described him.
Who is Thomas?
The vice president of the ninja...
Thomas Unruh, yeah. He was in the last route.
The vice president of the ninja fan club. He's actually seen ninja before. And to think his next target is Lindbergh Trading. I mean, I figured they'd be targeted at some point.
This ninja individual appears to be speaking with Lindbergh. Though we're still watching from a distance, I could see his panic clearly. Still, I don't feel any bloodlust from this man. Is he really just talking to him? I'm not sure what's going on, but shouldn't we report this to the constabulary? I can't. And I mean, I feel like we have a duty to capture a thief.
Oh, you snitch. Ninja isn't a common thief! He's a man of justice! We absolutely cannot arrest him. If we did, we'll be robbing righteousness from the world.
Is he that impressive? It's not long before Ninja finally lets Mr. Lindbergh go. He runs inside. He runs away inside as Ninja disappear into the darkness around us. Because they don't have many ninjas, so he's called the Ninja. Yeah. Especially, I think this is like a more European-inspired place.
Oop. You don't think Ninja heard about Miss Preston, do you? Maybe she snuck in here to dole out some divine punishment. As much as I hope that's the case, though, it's probably too optimistic for me to assume that's what happened. Either way, there isn't much else we can do tonight.
We can go to the constable.
Yeah, no!
Okay, no reporting. We wander around the manor for some time after that, but nothing happens. Given Mr. Lindbergh hasn't called for constables, we can safely assume he's not been injured. We weren't able to ask anything of the president, but Mitchell glows with confidence that Ninja had done something in our favor, so he leaves saying there's nothing else to be done. As for me, I'm nowhere near as knowledgeable on Ninja as Mitchell. I sit with disbelief heavy in my gut, unable to trust things have gone so positively. Ninja, huh? I was so sure he was Conrad's hound, but it's fairly dark during the first meeting. I don't feel like going home just yet, so I decided to at least drop by the order and see how Helen is after the torture she had to endure today. It's forbidden to go into the order after hours, and given it's normally locked, even entering at all is impossible. Thankfully, closing up was my turn tonight, which means I happen to have the key on me, so as long as keep the lights off, no one will find me. As I walk down the hall, I notice someone slip into Inquisitor Lister's office. Is Inquisitor Lister really here so late at night? A few seconds pass and there's no signs of the lights being turned on. Did I just see a thief? I steeled myself for what's to come and I slowly opened the door to his office. I gently opened the door. Oh, yep. Inquisitor Lister. But he's close. You didn't notice him earlier? Are you Ninja? So you won't deny it then. Mitchell and I just came back from guess you're Ninja. Came back from Mr. Lindbergh's manor. We went to try to ask him about Helen. Totally didn't see that coming. I know, right? But then Ninja showed up and what were you there about Helen Preston just like we were? Silence continues, but I already know what the answer is. I can feel joy sprout in my heart. I was right to trust him, relieved down to my very core, but I still have my misgivings about the Ishii clan. Inquisitor Lister hides his own identity in the hopes of saving Helen, yet tells me to forget everything about the Ishiks. Ishiks. Am I wrong to sense a contradiction here? Something on... Oh, the flower. Oh, that flower. I feel like I've seen it before. Remember the flower? Remember the flower? Remember... The complete book of horrors penned by a family explorer Akla with 10 specimens designated on the verge of extinction. Anno, Rondola, Tyrbinkle, Murga, Figa, Surge, Joe, Chapaf, Ken, Norm, Picklegrin, and Ishik Luxfluvus. It reminds me of the Superman disguise with him, just wearing glasses, but I guess it's better with a ninja mask. Yeah! I have to agree. Amongst these, Ishik Luxfluvus is already confirmed to be extinct, though it's been prized as one of the ingredients in the elixir. Is that Ishik Luxfluvus? I thought they were extinct! Inquisitor, how did you manage to find this flower? Is he a part of the Ishik clan? Something's not right. Why hasn't he said anything? Or is there like a split personality or something? Like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of deal? Let my excitement get the better of me. Didn't realize we weren't alone. Oh. What? Oh no. Oh, no. Someone else was there. Someone else was there. Ishik Luxfluvus, and that's the name of the flower, is it? How careless of you to leave such an easy clue nearby. The man pushes the glass case containing the flower to the floor. And then he steps on it. Over and over and over again. I want to stop him, but I can't. My body says ice, frozen in fear. What the oh, now then.
Oh, it's Conrad!
Hi, Ion. Okay, good night, Ion. I hope you have a great night. Or any time of day it is, but how lucky I am to run into you here. I was hoping to talk with you again. You'll come with me, won't you? Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's happening? I'm kind of... Oh, that's the end of the chapter? Oh, Evelina. She's her stepmom. I kind of want to play... I want to stop, but... Oh, my God. What just... I want... I'm sorry, something interesting just happened to me. Well, to her, but I mean, like... Well, Tyril... Is he actually part of the Ishii clan? So, goddammit, Conrad, yeah. Oh, this is the last chapter! Okay, I'm gonna play it. What an unseemly sound. Oh, yeah, that's her stepmom. The only time her stone-cold facade breaks to reveal the emotion underneath is when she's punishing me. More specifically, she looks on with an odd curiosity whenever the pain gets to be much to bear and I scream. It is in this part of her I feel more fear than I do hatred. She isn't exploding in anger or taking her zen out on me. So why? Why does she hit me? I don't know why. So if it becomes hard to cope, I can't guess where it will happen, so I can't prepare. Because even thinking about it is worthless, I've lost the strength to think. Even now that I'm away from all that pain, I still experience it in my dreams. If so, I'm still back in that small, dirty room. That room. The attic room was dark and cramped and musty. It hurt just to breathe. Please, someone help me! Let me out! Mother! Father! But no one comes. My voice reaches no one. I scream until my throat is raw and bleeding, but no one comes. Whenever I'm faced with my own powerlessness, I start to wonder if I never escaped that room after all. That maybe I'm still under her control. Well, how interesting. To think my gorgeous aunt abused her own stepdaughter. If true, this would create a scandal unlike any the other royal family had seen before. What are your thoughts, Tyril?
I have never met Princess Evelina myself, so I can't say nothing concrete. But I suppose it isn't too surprising coming from someone of your bloodline.
If I knew any better, I think you'd be calling me a sadist. Still, it's a good thing she has her own weakness. No matter how powerful a witch she may be, she apparently is nothing in the face of Aunt Evelina. I'm glad to be spared the troubles of training, but I must admit this is quite boring. I remember struggling quite a bit training you. Now, time to ask about her magic. Car, what kind of magic can you use? Car. The truth serum seems to have run its course.
The truth serum seems to run its course.
Already? You gave her the correct dose, yes?
Of course I did. But how well it works differs from person to person.
What happens if you administer another dose?
The chances of the person losing their mental faculties increase exponentially. We do well but leave at least 2 days between doses.
Keep me in suspense, why don't you? Oh, well. Put her in cuffs. Make sure she doesn't run.
Inquisitor Lister. How do you feel?
A bit lightheaded. Like I just slept for a long time. What was I doing? And where am... Oh, that's why we were talking about our evil step, because of the truth serum. The moment I realize what this place is as if those have been doused in ice-cold water. Why am I at the castle?
I'm surprised you realized where this was so quickly. But I suppose you have been here before.
As you're splitting off from Mitchell, I'll return to the Order. If I met you, right? After that... Are you okay?
Me?
Conrad came to your office, right? Was he there to capture you after finding out your identity as ninja? Yeah, Conrad really does suck. Literally making people relive their trauma by force. Yeah. I don't remember anything that happened after noticing Conrad there. What happened after that?
I thought I'd come to understand you a bit better. I must have been mistaken. Why, I'm not the one you suspect in this situation.
What do you mean?
Take a look at your hands for one.
Only then do I realize my hands are bound together in cuffs. Conrad did this, I assume. It's very much the kind of thing he would do.
Bitch, I just cuffed you. It was certainly done under his instructions, yes. I'm the one that put him on you.
Were you threatened?
Fool. You saw me looking at this in front of Lindbergh's palace, right? Tell me what you thought of me at the time.
What I thought of you? Mistook you for someone else, actually. I thought you were another individual I ran into before who had been dressed in black. It was Prince Lucian who told me that individual was Conrad's hound. He said he does everything from espionage to assassination at Conrad's behest. So he's forced to work under Conrad. But I knew immediately I was mistaken. Mitchell told me you were a chivalrous thief, and coincidental though it may be, I found out it was you.
So you think I'm this hound individual at all?
You would never stain your hands with something as foul as assassination. Oh my god!
What the hell do you know about me? So sorry to disappoint, but I am the hound. I've killed many a man that has gotten in Prince Conrad's way. I'll do whatever he orders me. In fact, we just slipped you a truth serum and dug you through your past.
My past?
Was your stepmom's punishment so distressing? Was the man you praise so highly no better than a filthy dog?
There must be some reason you're doing this. Maybe Conrad sees some vulnerability of yours?
Again? Listen, there is no special reason.
I think he's been brainwashed into hound to someone else, right?
I
I don't know.
If anything, killing people just suits me. And since I'm doing it on a prince's orders, no one can catch me. What better work could a murderer like me find?
That's not what you are. I don't know. You pick me.
Silence! You don't even know where I was born or how I lived my life.
He's probably an Ishik. Where he was born, the words echo with importance, and though I have no proof, one single answer shows itself to me. Ishik clan. You're from the Ishik clan.
This is why you turned down my request, isn't it?
I should have realized this the moment I saw the yellow flower, but I was convinced I was looking for a girl. I'm sorry. Is she going to smooch him? If you hadn't mentioned the true flower in front of Conrad, it would still be there on your desk. Oh, you like that? Oh, no, we're doing fade. We're doing fade. Okay, cool. He's gone. Inquisitor Lister is a man whose talents and hard work are acknowledged by even the highest echelons of the church, but he too had suffered. I wish I could do something for him, just like he saved me. It would be easy to escape with a fatal rewind. Gotta use love to get the heck out of here, yeah. Easy to escape with a fatal rewind, but I must glean as much information as I can now. I won't allow this tragedy to repeat itself. Though Inquisitor Lister visits me the following day as well, he is without his usual vigor. He simply just stands there, like a shadow. Please talk to me, Inquisitor. What happened to you? What is Conrad using against you? Oh, is it the girl? Is it like his sister or something? Like, he's like, if you do, I will kill her or something? I want you to let whatever it is you're feeling out. Whether it be anger, anguish, or sorrow. I don't want to leave you alone. I hear the sound of something scraping against the floor. Inquisitor Lister and I are the only ones here, but I hear the sound coming closer. What I'm apparently hearing is the slithering of a snake. It's quite large, reaching about 6 feet in length, but I recognize the glossy pattern. An Esculapian snake? We aren't much in danger given its calm nature and lack of any venom, but why is it even here? Well, I don't think I've ever seen him that scared before. Inquisitor Lister? Are you scared of snakes? Fear clouds his eyes, his gaze fixed entirely on the snake. Is he afraid of snakes? That's an Esculapian snake. They aren't venomous, so you don't have anything to worry about. The snake is incredibly agitated. His body coils up and bares its teeth at us. I have to wonder if it's been given some drug. Inquisitor Lister is also abnormally agitated, to the point that I fear he might die of shock from even a non-venomous bite. Guess it's up to me to do something. I pick up the bedsheet and a candlestick. I leave the candlestick before the snake, who registers it as an enemy and coils around it. Swiftly wrap the candlestick and snake in the sheet and tie the 4 corners together. If the snake writhes within the makeshift bag, it won't be able to get out. Everything's alright now, Inquisitor Lister. Seeing a lot of new expressions from you today. Very expressive. Very distressed. His breathing appears to even out now as the snake is no longer visible. Even so, he's still deathly pale. The snake is in the sheet, is it? You're the one that put it there? Incredible. I'd forgotten you were a knight cadet. I suppose a simple snake couldn't scare you at all. Though I'd hoped to get a glimpse at your magic. So this was your doing, then? Well, I certainly can't say I'm fond of that tone. I prefer my woman with gentler dispositions. What a shame. Conrad abruptly lifts the bundle of sheets containing the snake. In that very same moment, Inquisitor Lister's expression freezes. He's hilarious scared of the thing, don't you think? Most poisons don't work on Tyril, nor can most knights best him in combat. He's smart, perceptive, and the best man I got. Yet, he's afraid of snakes. When the king's personal force attacked the Ishii clan, Tyril managed to escape by hiding away in a hole. This hole, however, was a snake's nest. He remained in the snake-infested pit until the soldiers finally left. 3 days, was it? Well, he was a lucky kid to live through 3 foodless days as snakes continued to assault him. You knew exactly what kind of trauma he went through, and you set a snake free in here. It's my only recourse after Tyril said I couldn't administer another dose of truth serum. Forcing you into a dangerous situation is the quickest way to make you use your magic. I also wanted to gauge your feelings for Tyril, I mean. And based on what I saw, you seem to champion him, even while knowing of his less than savory deeds. Have you fallen for him, I wonder? If you believe people act on love alone, then you're far more wretched than Amanda, I thought. What surprising vitriol. Now that I think of it, you look at me like a hawk with eyes its fuck. What a surprising vitriol. Now that I think of it, you looked at me like a hawk eyes its prey when we first met. I never met a woman who wasn't smitten with me. Either way, that attitude of yours won't last much longer. I just sent a letter to Evelina, your mother, asking to make you mine. Given your obstinance, I can't speak. I opted to ask her for advice to help discipline you. Oh God. You can claim... I'm gonna get more water. Maybe I'll be able to speak better. That's Conrad. Back.
You can claim you've gotten over it, but I know you haven't. Inexplicable loneliness.
Oh, wrong voice. Fuck. You can claim you've gotten over it, but I know you haven't. Inexplicable loneliness and crushing pain still swirl within you. Look at the way the blood drains from your face after only grazing the surface. You must have been in a dreadful situation as a child. He all but sings at me. He enjoys the thought so much. Anger gurgles through my veins and my heart pounds uncomfortably. Is this how you got Inquisitor Lister under your thumb? You dig until you find a person's weak point and grip it with such force you can't hope to turn against you. Do the good old dick twist. Grab the dick and twist it. Certainly. I use a few choice methods to make Tyril better understand his place, but it's only natural that he follows me. The Ishii clan has long served the royal family. Why Father thought to eliminate such subservient clan 20 years ago is beyond me. Maybe it was too much to handle, or the Ishiiks were planning on some idiotic rebellion. Either way, Tyril here is my property. You have no right to complain otherwise. Of course I do. People aren't things to be owned. They're their own masters. Do you truly mean that? You're aiming to become a knight? A being who puts their life on the line in devotion up to the king? Knights can choose to give their life to the king because they are fundamentally their own masters. Forced loyalty given in fear is not loyalty, it's coercion. I thank you for your opinion, though it holds very little sway. You claim to rule your own life, and we both know it is fear for your stepmother that rules you. Not now, it doesn't. I'm not scared of her anymore. Then let's test that with a bet. And Tyril's on the line. One of Goddess Norna's secret treasures is the Rose of Tranquil Time. Though it looks like a bud, it's said to bloom for the touch of her blood and produce gold and jewels. Sounds like nothing more than a fairy tale, does it not? Yet I've seen these miracles so often they are simply fixtures in our daily life. To us, streetlights are created using gems. Those of other nations look at them as marvels. How can we use jewels as common streetlights, they wonder. Those gems are created from the Rose of Tranquil Time. Under the pretense of spreading her blessing throughout our country, they are used in the streetlights. It has been a tradition since our nation's founding for the king to make the flowers bloom with his own blood during the New Year's festivities. Yet the tradition failed to the wayside 15 years ago after the Rose of Tranquil Time was stolen. It was a terrible blow to the royal family. There was no surer method to prove the family right to power or to the nobility and citizenry. When the theft was discovered, my father was questioned and his status as a king began to crumble. It thankfully ended there by the sheer fact that the next in line had yet to be properly educated. But here's where the question starts. The Rose of Tranquil Time is one of the royal family's most highly guarded treasures. Only a select few know where it's kept. So how and why it was stolen? The answer is easy. The culprit was among those of the selected few. I'm sure you see where this leads. Did Evelina steal it? Correct! How did you know? Don't tell me you actually caught a glimpse at it when you lived at the manor. I just went with my gut. Then you have impressive instincts, as I unfortunately don't possess anything of that caliber. I've only reached that answer after months of sending Tyril out on investigations. Do you think you could steal the rose back from her? And why do you want it? To add another achievement to your little list? That's one reason, yes. The most pressing reason is that I need it to prove the right to the throne. I'm sure you know my father and I don't have the best relationship. Ah! That scared me. Thank you so much for the follow, Trincato. I think it's around it. Thank you. That's great. I'm sure you know my father and I don't have the best relationship. The reason for that is that he doesn't believe me to actually be his child by blood. Despite my mother's status as his lawful wife, there are rumors that she's been unfaithful. She denies them, of course, but he doesn't trust her. So he doted on Lucien, the son that so resembled him. Now that Lucien is dead, I will be the next king. Yet father is considering recommending Parker instead. He struggles so pathetically and in vain. And here is where the Rose of Tranquil Time comes in, I suppose. I assume. Exactly. If I have the rose which blooms upon contact with the royal's blood, then I have all the proof I'll need. What will you do if it doesn't bloom? That, too, would have its own benefits. I can then dispose of something so dangerous it could potentially threaten my reign. He would destroy even the goddess's treasure for his own gain. I shiver in disgust at his insatiable greed for power. The moment you retrieve the Rose of Tranquil Time from Aunt Evelina, I will let Tyril go free. If you cannot retrieve it, you will surrender to me. You can't commit? Fine by me. I simply need to order Tyril to handle it for me then. Conrad is convinced I can't do it. It's the only reason he brings this up. Conrad says he'll wait until tomorrow for my answer and then leaves. I don't want to fall in line with his demands. I highly doubt he'll keep his promise he makes to me. But I may be able to use the Rose of Tranquil Time as a bargaining piece, especially since he doesn't appear to be lying about his circumstances.
This is obviously a trap.
A trap?
He likely lied about sending a letter to Princess Evelina. She refused to budge even at the king's orders. There's no way she agreed to so insolent a request as his. He spoke of the rose of tranquil time that forced you to return home. Should Princess Elena discover you were there to steal it, she would surely punish you. And once things finally calmed down, Prince Conrad would move to take you into his fold and by way of marriage. Just like he did in my first life. When confinement finally stole my sense of purpose, he reached out to me, and I'd become a puppet in his hands, and he led me to my death. Now he's trying to do it all over again. Does she really have the rose of tranquil time? Absolutely. I have irrefutable testimony proving she took it, and that she put it in the Lysel Manor attic room. I snuck into the manor a number of times, and despite exhaustively searching through her room and safe, I have yet to find it. All that remains is the attic. It's in that room? My jaw clenches. If I get my hands on the Rose of Tranquil Time, I can negotiate with Conrad. Don't be foolish. Prince Conrad has most certainly put up a contingency plan. He's doubtless told Princess Evelina you'll be coming. He'll probably tell her you're out for revenge, prompting a strengthening of security around the manor. Even I wouldn't be able to steal the rose in those conditions. Well, we won't know until I try. Try how exactly? With magic? I don't know what kind of magic you can use, but I can at least guess it's not all-powerful. Not even the Witch of Ruin can use his magic without a price. That you can't change the situation despite the threats is more than enough proof than that. I see you're convinced that I'm a witch, then. Remember that medicine I filled you at the trial? That's a special restorative passed through my clan. It's made from Ishik Luxford's works only on witches. Oh. So we are witches? Why do you have to give it to us like that? I haven't had a clue why the Ishiks make medicine for witches, but I always keep some with me since it could be used to confirm someone is a witch or not. The Witch of Ruin said you were different from me, so I tested it out, betting on the impossible. And because the medicine worked on me because I'm the witch. You know I'm the witch. You may not believe this, but I myself am not a witch. I may certainly be close to one, but I have absolutely no intention of hurting anyone. I know. You're a far cry from the Witch of Ruin. When Prince Conrad next visits, tell him you're going to steal the Rose of Tranquil Time. That will get you out of this room. And once you're out, flee the country. You should go to Machine, or maybe Grippa. Avoid Rizzo, though. Prince Conrad has eyes and ears on the ground there. Let's go together, Inquisitor Lister. Don't be silly. I, as the last remaining Ishik, am duty-bound to serving the royal family. You would serve someone who killed your family and friends? Oh, it's tattoos. These tattoos are evidence of those in the Ishik clan. They're representation of our loyalty to Goddess Norna. The Ishiks were a clan born for her sake. Serving those who inherit her blood is the reason we exist. We've nothing else. And now I'm the only one who can prove that the Ishik family is beneficial for the royal family. He wants to prove this, but to who exactly? When I think of his situation, the answer comes to me immediately. Inquisitor Lister is not the kind of man who would bow to pressure. A man as capable as him would come up with any number of ways to run, and yet he's not. Are you trying to revive the Ishik clan? Prince Conrad swore to me that, should I garner through exploits, he would restore the Ishik clan's honor. Conrad's the furthest thing from a man of his word. The prince takes great care of his tools. You would reduce yourself to a tool? That is the very nature of the Ishik clan. That type of life doesn't suit you at all. You may claim I'm ignorant, but let me say at least this much. You're not born to just become someone else's tool. Do you remember the conversation we had after you won the games? You said you were more inferior than anyone. I had thought this just an extreme form of modesty, but that's not it at all. You trust yourself less than anyone. You have an abysmally low view of yourself. That's why you can unabashedly praise others, because you genuinely despise yourself. You genuinely respect others.
His scathing observation sits heavy in my chest. Never I had such an apt description of who I am as a person. She kind of reminds me of Shroomy. My stepmother's denial of me has seeped into my very makeup. It wraps around me like ivy, creeping into every open crevice.
If you come to believe in yourself, you'll understand that I'm not worth your high praise. Don't fight a battle you know you can't win. If being here doesn't suit anyone, it's you it doesn't suit.
Okay. In exchange, Inquisitor, I want you to play a game with me. Play a little game.
What?
Let's bet on whether or not I can get the Rose of Tranquil Time back. You bet on my failure, I bet on my success.
Oh, fuck you, bot. Get the fuck out of here.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da.
Okay, what am I... Oh. Okay, cool. Let's bet on whether or not I can get the Rose of Tranquil Time back. You bet on my failure, I'll bet on my success.
Hold on, back up. How do we get here?
I want to prove to you that the trust and belief I have in you is genuine. Everyone appears so bright to my eyes. They're strong, wise, virtuous. I view them as better than me. So it may be for the lack of faith I have in myself, as you pointed out. And if my words ring false in your ears as a result, I need to fix this. I don't exactly want to remain like this either. If I can successfully retaliate against her, I think I can readdress my own view of myself, so... If I win this bet, I want you to reevaluate your own worth and your own reason for living. Sorry. Why? Why would you do this? Welcome back from your feast, Bombo. You have rendered everything meaningless. There's no point if it ends like this. Another vision of the future. That was just a dream, right? I can't believe I fell asleep. I don't want to save my energy, but my body completely betrayed me. Should get going now. It's 2 in the morning. I thought to learn from Inquisitor Lister's example and wear all black, but I hope this actually helps. Though I was expecting an increase in security in preparation for a potential theft, the area around the Lysel Manor is surprisingly quiet. For an instant, I wondered if Conrad didn't tell her anything at all. Maybe getting the rose really is his one goal. It would certainly make things easier if it is. I doubt things will be that easy. I quietly laughed to myself. The front gate is unlocked. Never have I seen more an obvious trap. She still considers me to be so powerless. How could someone who brings naught but suffering ever become a wonderful lady? The world will shun you in its hatred of your very existence. That woman has despised me since the moment we've met. Not long after my mother passed away, my father brings a new woman before me. She looks remarkable, even to my childish eyes. She's elegant, her beauty befitting a queen. Evelina is the king's sister. Now that our family is joined with hers, the Lysels have ascended from viscountcy to marquisate. You must act befitting of that status card.
Marquis's daughter now?
What do you desire most?
What do I desire? I want to be a wonderful lady. That is what my mother, may she rest in peace, always told me.
All my tutors say the same thing. The daughter of a fine family aims to be her mother. And now that I lost mine, I lost both her love and my goal. My new mother is my new goal. I must be like her. And I expected to receive her love. Mothers, I believe, were those who gave their all to their children. I was naive. I believed that everything she said was born for her love of me. I was foolish. I assumed that all the pain she inflicted was to help me grow.
Mother, open the door, please. I won't drop my fork anymore. I'll make sure to remember all my manners, so please. Please let me out. I don't like it in here. There are monsters. Mother. But...
What a heartless child calling me mother. Have you already forgotten the woman who birthed you?
The father said I should call you that.
Why? Did Letitia give birth to you? Letitia, my mother's name. Father did once say this woman was a friend of mother's. Imagine my surprise when you met me with a smile. I expected you to be more crushed under guilt. How impertinent. You killed your own mother. Why are you surprised? Don't tell me you were ignorant of this.
They told me she died of illness.
She did. She was weak, too weak to carry a child. If she hadn't given birth to you, she would have lived a longer, more fulfilling life. So why did she risk giving birth to you? I thought I could understand if I carried a child of my own, but I still do not understand. Or did she do it for that man? She forced herself to suffer through childbirth for the Viscount. As things currently stand, I can't see that man being so worth it.
Mother died because of me?
Indeed.
If I hadn't been born...
If you hadn't been born, Letitia wouldn't have died. Your life was paid for by hers. And this is your punishment. I made it as far as the attic. I've yet to run into a single person. Here's something beyond the door. That woman is probably inside. Why did she hide from the royal family's precious rose in the attic? It's such a priceless item. I shouldn't be worried about that right now. I need to focus on getting back. Pain runs through my palms. I've been gripping my hand so hard my nails dug into my flesh. Red marks now decorate the skin there. There isn't some beast or a knight at the top of his game. If it comes to a test of strength, I will win. Things are different now. I have nothing to be afraid of. I never wanted to breathe in this damp, dusty air ever again. This is no time to let my emotions get the better of me. I need to find the rose. My lady. What? Why are you here?
Maya!
Why are you covered in blood, girl? I just watched a video of a guy training his giant walking stick insect to be his wing bearer for his wedding. Send that to me. That sounds awesome. But Maya... Eliza Guard came to the apartment this evening to capture you.
It's that time of the month!
Yeah, sorry, I need a pad, please. 8 years have passed since you escaped, yet Lady Evelina and the Lysel family are still intent on making you suffer. I won't allow it. You have committed no crime worth such punishment, my lady. I literally went to make food. Well, how do I explain it? Tyril is part of the Ishi clan. He's like kind of forced to work under Conrad. He's like uses his trauma against him. He was like, and Conrad is like, oh well, I'll let him free if you find this special object from the Lizo Manor, which is our family home, where we've been treated horribly. Our mom, like, we literally have a flashback. Our mom being like, our stepmom being like, your mother died because of you. You're worth nothing. You're better off dead. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. And this is like the room we locked in, and now we just, because apparently the thing we're looking for is up in the attic, which is where we were trapped for all those years. And now Maya is covered in blood, and I don't know why. I didn't. Maya, the desire to help you swelled within me, and I found myself here. Both Maya. Oh, wait! She fell asleep. No, it couldn't be a witch. It couldn't be the carnival, cause the fucking like what happened. Like yeah, Liza, she fell asleep without. She fell asleep. Or she was like suddenly felt like sleeping magic from the witch. Did you kill them all? She's a membrum. She's a membrum. She's been turned to a membrum. She's not a witch. She's a membrum. Her heart's been eaten away by a witch. I don't think. It felt so wonderful. It was like I was weeding. I cleared out all those unsightly entities with a clean sweep. It was incredible. Lady Evelina was not but terrible to you. Lady Orla used her servants to torment you. And your father turned to you, his own daughter, with violence. The servants knew not their place. Oh, thank you. The servants knew not their place as they teased you, and now I plucked them out of the ground. Come, my lady, punish me as you must. I'm not afraid of even death. I am but a fool that gave in to the sweet temptations of a witch. Maya. You aren't a fool! You idiot. You did this all for me, didn't you? I'm so sorry I couldn't do more to help you. I never asked you to kill anyone. Why did you go this far? Could you not trust me? Thank you for thinking of me. I'm glad I had you at my side. I never should have kept her with me. If I kept my distance, her hands would have remained pristine. I love you, Maya! You're my only family. My lady. You face such... Oh, like tempted? Like the witch does temptations and stuff? You face such hardships after becoming an inquisitor. But I was never able to do anything but to ease your pain. I am sorry. I am so sorry. What have I done? Oh. No. I'm sorry, my lady. She's the member. She's gonna have to die. Again! She died last round too! Maya! Maya! I surrender myself. Execute me now. There's no need to wait for a trial. You're surprisingly sane. I thought Membra were more unhinged. I believe it's because I achieved my goal. All I want to do was erase what a witch could... All I want to do was erase that witch could harm you. And I want to die by your hand. That's probably why I'm still awake. If this was a normal Membrum attack, I would be fast asleep by now. She wants me to execute her, which means I'm awake because she feels no need to hide her sins from me. Are there others who caused you harm? There aren't, are there? Is there someone in the wings? Or the Inquisitorial Order? No, it's fine, there's no one. Maya would gleefully kill anyone I name right now. I do well not to bring up anyone, least of all Conrad. Oh, actually. What is it, my lady? I'm looking for a golden rose. Do you know anything about it? Something so lavish is heading away in this room? Apparently. Will you look for it for me? Yes, of course. Bad day for rain. Yep, rain. Oh, I found it. Why would this be here? Why are you suddenly... Wait, I'm sorry. Since no one ever comes near here, this is the perfect place to hide something away. I'm not done with you yet, Maya. So you'll finally execute me? No, we're just going to see Inquisitor Lister. Will he be the one to arrest me? We need to visit him if all you want is for me to enter a cell. Oh, unless you want me to kill him too. I do not. No, you don't need to kill anymore. But I do want to borrow your power. Here you are. I thought you returned home. Wake up, Inquisitor! Inquisitor! Oh, it's because of the sleeping magic car.
Damn it, why was I asleep? Hey, you haven't snuck into the Lysol Manor yet, right?
Were you worried about me?
Of course I was! I couldn't let you go alone!
I cannot say I'm terribly fond of this awful tone you've taken with my lady.
Hey, why is the sacrificium here?
Because a new member had appeared. Maya here is my maid. But she is also the witch's plaything this time around. The victims are the entire Lysol family. As a result, I was easily able to sneak into the manor. This is the Rose of Tranquil Time. Now, regarding what's to come next.
Don't just end the conversation there!
He's right, my lady. You're certainly in a rush. You should give him a proper explanation.
So let me get this straight. The maid picked up on all the stuff going on between you and the Lysol family, accepted the witch's bargain to solve your problems. Just as she killed them all, you snuck into the house, you remained unaffected by the sleep magic because your maid's wish was to be useful to your goal. And so, wondering if you could use your maid's power as the membrum to help with this incident, you come to me.
Incredible, Inquisitor! I knew you'd be able to figure it out. That level of understanding has me doubting a certain someone's usual opportunistic thinking. I had thought of use the Rose of Tranquil Time to negotiate with Conrad, but I'm not so sure that will work on him. I need to think of another bargaining method. And that's where I thought to use Maya's power. Apparently she can do anything so long as for my sake. Yes, I will kill anyone necessary. God. Oh, God. I told you, killing is out of the question. She's like, aw.
Am I really listening to a conversation between an Inquisitor and a membrum? Okay, there are two problems here. First, there's this membrum. The ease in which he claims to kill is unnerving. We have no clue where she finally got out of control.
I'm gonna take out Conrad. Take out Conrad. I understand your worries, Inquisitor, but Maya herself tells me she wants me to execute her. I've been saved by her kindness, so though she may be a membrum now, I still want to believe in her. My lady.
Seriously, you trust people far too easily.
That's one of her virtues, is it not? Get off your high horse and get under my fist, bitch! Maya! Maya!
Did you hear that? She looked me right in the eyes and called me a bitch.
It does go so fucking hard.
Don't worry about that. Maya's always been a bit unpredictable when it comes to me. And you expect that to put me at ease?
Maya, are you suffering under guilt? If so, I will kill you right now. Maya is awesome, I love her. I believe I've gone mad. Despite having killed so many, I feel not an ounce of the weight of their lives not feel an ounce of the weight of their lives should hold. I understand that I should die for my crimes, but I want to be as useful to you as I can until the very end, till my body's eaten away by the flames. Maya.
Anyway, her powers as a membrum come from the Witch of Ruin's well of power. You don't feel anything about borrowing his powers? And you proudly call yourself an Inquisitor, all while using a witch's power?
I'm doing this exactly because this power belongs to him.
Excuse me?
I refuse to lie down and be used however he likes, so I'll take advantage of his powers in a method he never thought possible. Don't you think that would make for sweet revenge?
Incredible! You're really thinking of taking down a witch in the middle of all this?
I learned from the best after all. Ugh, sucks we gotta kill Maya though. She's like my maid and I love her and she's great. No matter how run down I am or no matter how hurt I get, I'll always look for a way to retaliate.
I've lost.
Inquisitor Lister smiles at me as if a great weight has been lifted off his shoulders. I mean, so far, yeah, but maybe we'll find a way to save her. I don't know.
Then we have no time to waste. Remember, only keep their powers for one night.
Yes, sir. I can't say I see where this is going, but your wish is my command. Oh, I suppose I haven't actually explained anything yet, as it turns out. My throat hurts, but I want to push to the end. She dies if the witch dies, and she makes a deal. She dies if the witch dies, and she made it. Yeah, like the whole, like during the trial, it is like he put like chains over their heart and to break. I don't know. Okay, any questions? No, I believe I understand the situation. Let us quickly move to kill Prince Conrad. Nope, no killing. I like to say Maya's no different than normal, but she's definitely far more impulsive than usual. Quantum entanglement. Why not? If I kill him, all these issues are resolved. So am I going to be burned? So as I'm going to be burned anyway, what difference does an extra body or two make? I'll be the one to kill Conrad. I don't want anyone's help for that. Besides, I doubt his death will solve all of our problems. We must regain the Ishii clan's honor. If we don't, Inquisitor Lister would never truly be free. The Inquisitor continued to serve Conrad because he knew that. In other words, we have no choice but to let him assume the throne. Why? That's exactly what he wants. Inquisitor Lister.
Don't look at me like that. Ugh, shit. Let me see the rose again. The Rose of Tranquil Time was originally in the care of the Ishii clan, specifically my father. I was meant to inherit this role from him. This is unmistakably the real thing. Should Royal die, these petals red, and he will gift us with her bliss. Oh, so he was. I'm sorry, I was just thinking he was the girl the entire. So it wasn't actually a little girl. It was this guy this whole time, or maybe she actually has tits or something. I have one idea. There's a low chance of actually working, and even if it does, the outcome likely won't change. But this is likely our only method of unnerving the royal family.
If it's a choice you're pleased with, then I'll gladly follow your plan.
There's one thing that always bothered me. I was afraid of voicing the suspicion and turned away from the issue so it wouldn't destroy everything I thought I knew. Thanks to you, though, I feel like I can finally face it. I'm not running away anymore. Will you join me on this last venture of mine? I will. If this works, you'll finally understand how and why I live.
I was able to convince Inquisitor Lister. All that remains is to speak with him. On this night of chaos, a fiendish moon hangs from the sky. Tonight is the second carnival. I'm not sure how many of the 300 jurors have been replaced, if they have at all. They're far calmer this time around. It's probably due to the peculiars of this trial being published in every newspaper in the kingdom. Let's take a look at the sacrificia. Maya, the reporter, Mitchell, and Landon To think even Landon and Mitchell have been chosen this time. Can't help but feeling the witch machinations in these selections. There are way too many curious choices this time around. Zen! Hey, Zen! Especially this one. What are you doing here? He helped me as an administrative official in my first life. When I joined the Wings in this lifetime, though, he ended up as a detective. Just like what happened with Prince Lucian. Everyone else should have lived through the same time, yet they changed. Death approaches and our heroes take the center stage. Can they survive this carnival of ruin? No, I could probably say that better. Death approaches and our heroes take the center stage. Can they survive this carnival of ruin? As much as I wanted to meet up with him, it never quite worked out. I can't believe the chance I've been hoping for has been squandered like this. I have so much I wanted to ask him, but now it's not the time for that. He's in. I take out the tally I received from the bookmarker. Oh, pre-carnival. 6th place, huh? Oh, wait, the king! The king is one? Why the king?
What insolence! How dare you, the witch, put a king in such a place?
Status doesn't matter. Remember, the last case had one prince dead and another one up as supposed to.
But he's the king. We have a number of princes and princesses, but only one king. I ask that the 300 chosen jurors lend me their ears. Take heed of the sacrificious debates and cast your votes for the most suspicious of their number. It is your eyes that will discern for us the truth. I am Inquisitor Tyril I. Lister. Lysel here is an Inquisitor as well. We both will be serving as facilitators for this trial of witches, for witches, by witches. Now, let the debates begin!
Harrison Vongan? Easier said than done. What are we meant to talk about? Well, we were the jurors yesterday, but they started with introductions, right, Mitch? Mitch?
Yes! It'll be hard to go anywhere if we don't know each other's names.
I'm Landon Woolley, the cadet of the Wings of Garuda.
I'm Mitchell Howard, cadet in the Wings as well. I'm currently working at the Inquisitorial Order.
Then, I'm Verison Vogue. I work as a journalist. My name is Maya Kirkland. I'm a maid. Zen.
Can you introduce yourself?
Can you stop trying to look cool and introduce yourself? Zen Forfield. Detective.
Talk about intimidating.
Well, finally. Well, I suppose we don't need any Oh, wait. No, this landed. Finally. Well, I suppose we don't need any introductions here. Zen is aura farming. I am King James Neshburn of Historica. It's about as low as I can go with my voice.
Listen to the chatter. They get so flustered at the tiniest thing. Maybe I should break their chins one by one.
No, Inquisitor. Dial back on the threats. What is it we do next, Mitch? You're way smarter than me. Say something.
Me? I can't be so impertinent in front of the king himself. No point in continuing this if there's no discussion to be had. Shall we execute everyone? We'll certainly capture the membrum that way.
I don't really see the logic in that. Motive. Let's discuss motive.
Motive!
The victims are those at Eliza Marquise. 20 in total, right? I don't know a single one of them. I have no motive to speak of. Well, I'm the same way. I saw the victims list and I don't know a single one. Yeah, no, everyone's gonna be afraid of talking and arguing with the king.
Neither do I.
Though it was for a short time, I did serve the Lysel household 10 years ago. You did? Wow, you're incredible to serve Marquise.
Does that mean you knew them?
I did. I knew not only the family, but those individuals have long been those individuals had been long in service to them. But that doesn't mean you have a motive or anything. I mean, this was a whole 10 years ago.
And what about you, detective?
I don't know any of them. I don't harbor any negativity towards the Lysol household. I mean, they are Marcus's family, after all. They're no more than a blip in the distance of most of our commoners.
Are you sure? I'm just really sure one of us is currently lying.
What? Who's lying then? I'm just gonna put it out there that I'm totally telling the truth.
You met Princess Evelina before, haven't you?
Mitchell looks pointedly at Harrison. What proof do you have that I'm lying? I was like, oh, I'm so close to the end, and now we're gonna go through a whole fucking carnival. Trial. Trials are called carnivals. What proof do you have that I'm lying?
I subscribe to every paper out our nation publishes and make a hobby of scrapbooking interesting articles. I even use some of yours. You are the royal correspondent for the Hideout News, yes? Your articles contain rather rancid gossip. You even try to hold interviews without a proper appointment.
You see.
You've been writing on Princess Conrad's and Lucian's relationship lately, but you once wrote about the king and Princess Evelina, did you not?
I do remember you, yes. When I would visit the city as part of my duties, you would tail me without fail. Yes, that's correct. I've been the honor of conducting many interviews with Princess Evelina. Why do you lie? Reporters like me are far from liked by our interviewees, and I didn't really want that discussed.
Did Princess Evelina bruise your ego in your last interview, which led you to holding a grudge?
See, that's what I mean. That's why I felt like I couldn't be honest. I would never hold a grudge against her. She had not once vilified us journalists. She never even expressed offense. She completely ignored us. It was like we were invisible to her. Okay, no more lying from me. Let's just move on to the next topic. The next topic? I can't think of anything. What about you, Maya? I can't either. Mitch looks awfully deep in thought. Okay then, what about you, Mr. Detective? Why are there 6 of us? What about it? There are 6 sacrificial here, but only 5 in the last trial. Oh yeah, good point. You think the witch was just being fickle?
Does the number bother you?
Oh, Mitch, why are you beating around the bush like that?
What bush would I be beating around? I, unlike you, understand discretion. In any case, what I'm trying to say is...
You're wondering why we aren't more concerned about why the 3 of you, clear friends, have been chosen as a sacrificial, right?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly right.
Oh yeah, that does happen sometimes. Does that happen sometimes?
That's what I want to know. And it's not just us.
Mitchell glances over at me. If you include me into the equation, that makes 4. He seems to think better of vocalizing that fact, though he keeps his mouth shut. Smart move, Mitchell. As this is a people's court, their thoughts and feelings will determine our fate. It is far more important to keep them happy than it is to reveal the... Oh, Car's here too! Gosh darn it, Landon! You know the female inquisitor too? Yup.
Ugh.
I understand exactly how you feel, Mitchell. I looked into your relationship before the trial. I don't have any suspicions here. And it's the witch that chooses who becomes the sacrificial. I never mentioned it because I didn't think it was relevant.
I see. That's why. That explains it.
Is something bothering you, Inquisitor?
It's trivial, don't worry about it.
Almost forgotten Inquisitor Lister and Zin know each other. Though I don't see a sign of them acknowledging one another, I mean. I'm sure the increase in sacrificial is the witch's own will as well. Will looking into the reason truly bring us a conclusion? It's exactly as Maya says! Now on to the next topic. I wonder if my voice is gonna, like, give out. God, it hurts. I thought I'd be able to make it through this chapter, man, because it's the last one! But, yeah, I want to get his other endings, too. Next, we have an individual here who's yet to answer the first question. Isn't that right, Your Majesty?
Motive 2. You know, I might just have to finish this Friday. What do y'all think? Thanks, Crumbles. I really appreciate it.
It's 11:09. I have work tomorrow.
Oh, God. I just spilled water.
Down my nightgown. Cold water, cold water. Gosh darn it. That's cold. Yeah, it might be better to be responsible, but
I think the cold water fucking woke me up a little bit. Well, I wasn't, like, really tired. I'm just like, where did my Joy-Con go? Here it is. Ugh. Yeah?
Sorry about that. My mom asked me for me to do something for her real quick. Which is weird that she'll ask me so late.
Like, I'm fine with that.
Oh, thanks, Bombo. I don't know where I put my other Joy-Con. I think I put it down on my way. Oh, there it is. Yeah, put it down on my way out of the room. Okay.
But he's the king, you know.
I must treat everyone here equally. The king is Princess Evelina's brother, after all. Leave it to a reporter to go after the story, even while everyone else shows restraint for the king.
A recent article discusses discord between His Majesty and Princess Evelina, right?
You have quite the memory. Yes, that is right. I've learned details from the royal attendant. His Majesty was attached to Princess Evelina, abnormally so, when you consider the relationship as sibling. Ooh. He loved her so deeply he felt like he had to kill her. You wouldn't have to look hard to find such tales of forbidden love, sir. Ew.
Bollocks! Let's assume you speak the truth. I would not be able to bind my own sister in matrimony, but I would keep her at my side. Yet, she was married not once, but twice. I love her no more, no less than the sister she is. If that's not the case, do you truly believe I will allow her marriages?
That's the answer you've given before, yes, but after the particular interview, I got some damning information from a particularly useful channel. There are marks indicating self-harm on Princess Evelina's body. What? Marks are on her inner thigh, a place unobservable to most. Based on location of scars, is undoubtedly the result of self-harm. She hurt herself? Uh-huh. She was as flawless as marble, her expression never changing. I never even hear her raise her voice. To me, she was the utmost super perpetrator and master. Though she may hurt others, no scar would ever remain on her.
Enough of these queer
Accusations clear.
We are a proud family. The goddess's blood runs through our veins. We could never stoop to such idiocy as self.
Dude, fuck you.
What? Should you continue, or have you tried for defamation?
Now's my best chance. I hear Inquisitor Lister taking a deep breath next to me. Our plan begins with his words. I know who the member is. Maya!
What? Really? You do?
Who is it?
It is you, Your Majesty. What the fuck, Maya?
I knew it. I knew she'd jump off the deep end.
There goes the plan. Maya!
Do you understand the nature of your outburst, woman?
The journalist story reminded me of something critical. 10 years ago, you secretly visited the Lizel home.
What?
His Majesty asked to speak with Lady Evelina alone and shut themselves up in her room. At some time, I suddenly heard her scream. Are you saying he non-conned her? We servants rushed into the room for fear. There was an intruder and found Lady Evelina on the ground. His Majesty looked down at her, enraged, and yelled, "Someday I would kill you."
Lies, all lies. I have not once visited Lizel Manor.
Right together, key. Yeah. But I am the only one able to prove your claim now. Everyone else had passed on. So what are you telling us is that His Majesty killed not just Princess Evelina, but the entire Lizel family and their servants as well. And he did so to hide his previous misdeeds.
What?
Is the king really the member? How awful, killing his own sister.
Do not falter, my people. Just some Ace Attorney shit. Yeah. I am the... we know who did it. It was Maya. I am the scion of Goddess Norna. Just astounding I'm even standing here at all. I would never dirty my hands with blood. Why don't we do provisional vote of sorts, just to see where we all stand at the midterm? A vote? Oh well, I guess we don't have much time. I believe the king is to be the most suspicious. I agree heartily. What do you think, Landon? Well, he's looking more and more suspicious to me. Mitchell, what do you think?
I don't think we have enough information to definitely call His Majesty a member. If we assume Maya's story is true, it happened a whole decade ago. If he were afraid of a scandal, he would have dealt with it at the time.
Exactly.
Also, I'm sure His Highnessy Majesty would avoid dirtying his own hands and instead order an attendant to act in his place.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like you do well to argue that particular point. You're only worsening your image.
I generally agree with Four Eyes here, but the way the king panics make me think he's hiding something else from me.
His Heiny. Yes, you're Heiny.
3 versus 3. No, I think 4 versus 2 is more accurate. In which case, couldn't we just move on to the juror vote? No, wait!
The king begins to panic. If we hold a vote now, it's clear who will come out on top. What a pathetic king. Even that cardinal was more proficient speaker. Can't even hold a candle to his son. The cowardly lion. He's possibly had, like, inappropriate relationships with his sister. My thoughts returned to Prince Lucien, as he was before my first fatal rewind. I remembered his timid smile. I see Prince Lucien as he used to be in the king, but I suppose I would, given their relationship as family. But there is one important difference. Prince Lucien's eyes, like those of the king's, were always unclouded. If there are no objections, let's allow the jurors to. Please wait. I find His Majesty suspicious, but I still want to believe in him. Nothing could fill me with more despair than the thought of Goddess Norna's scion falling into a witch's hands.
She has the right of it. Only Goddess Norna can triumph!
Sonia! Hey, it's been a long time. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Ooh, I got it way loud in my ears, so it scares me every time.
Only Goddess Norna can triumph against the witch, and her scions would and never could become a member.
You're crazy for even doubting the king. She makes a good point. They may wind up as a membrum's victim, but they could never be a membrum themselves.
Yes, exactly. I am the king of Historica. As in those whose blood runs that of the goddess. I would never yield to that being that took my son's life.
I mean, yeah, he's probably a bad guy and he's a coward and stuff, but he's kind of bad. Your Majesty, could you prove to us that her blood truly runs in yours? If you do that... Oh, with the rose! I know we could all safely trust in your innocence.
Proof that I am the goddess Scion. That I am who I am should be proof enough. I have oft been told I am the spitting image of the king 2 generations prior.
I don't think it's Howard now, since he could have agreed and let the king die. It was Maya! We saw her do it! I asked for something more concrete, sir.
Well, literally just trust me, bro, yeah. There is no concrete.
Oh, but there is, Your Majesty. There is a rose which can prove your blood is that of the goddess.
So even if, like, we end up I'm sure they're going to expose the king. Like, for, like,
Oh my god, I suspect the king is actually the king.
So the reason why, so they're really, like, just ruin his image completely. And then,
Oh, never mind, it was Maya. I suspect the king actually isn't the king.
I see.
Okay, but do you really?
No. Could you avoid using these abstract explanations? We're quite short on time.
Why must she be so hostile?
I'm not sure. But that's how she acts to the men in my life.
I get it now. She's like one of those mothers-in-laws. Anyway. I think the king we have now is actually the imposter.
Because we're taking your Pookie. Yeah. I'm taking her Pookie.
What?
An imposter. You think they vented? What makes you think so?
A good 80% of my gut talking. The remaining 20% comes from his actions in destroying the Ishik clan. The Ishik swore loyalty to the royal family. Our relationship was incredibly positive.
There's an imposter among us.
Enough that we were trusted with guarding the one item that could prove their legitimacy. The only reason you could kill an entire clan is because they were in your way. But what threat could he feel from a small group of people living deep in the woods? If you change your premise, the answer reveals itself. Only the Ishiks, guardians of the Rose of Tranquil Time, could prove the king is fake.
That is quite the remarkable theory. If corrected, would bring about chaos. It may even threaten the very existence of our nation. But it does make sense. No other explanation so clearly addresses everything. You're so easily convinced, my lady. If what you say is right, then the yearly ceremony continued as usual up until 15 years ago. Would this not mean we have no reason to doubt him?
Look at my hands.
Consider Lister extends his hands before us. He curls his fingers inward and then swings his fists left to right. What? He opens his hands again and a coin rests on his palm.
Simple sleight of hand. Even an amateur like me could do this much.
So you claim that the last ceremony 15 years ago was nothing more than this? We will be smiling together at the gallows if this were found out.
I suppose we should take this single moment to be grateful for the witch's magic.
But how do you intend to ascertain this fact? So as long as it's sleeping... we probably asked for another... Because there's, like, I guess there's only 5 sacrificia. And, like, since we're, like, the witch's employees for it, he was like...
Oh, I know what favor I want from you now. I want you to put the king in here.
Magic is active. We have plenty of opportunities, but...
It doesn't mean much, you want to say. I agree. Without a significant number of witnesses, this truth will die with us. We need to lure the king in front of the masses and have him willingly drop his blood on the rose.
Yeah, I think that's what Zen meant earlier. How do we manage that?
By using one of your methods. I'll use the carnival. This is the Rose of Tranquil Time. It is an item that's been passed through the royal family for generations.
The Rose of Tranquil Time, the Rose of Goddess Norna is said to produce jewels. How? Why is this here?
The rose blooms in reaction to her blood and produces gems. Until 15 years ago, it was shown to the public every year. I'm sure many here know of this treasure.
The rose was stolen. This one could be a fake.
This was at the Lysel Manor. Apparently Princess Evelina took it with her.
What? I'm sure she had her reasons. Either way, I'm pleased to know a precious royal treasure is safe. Now, Your Majesty, use this rose to prove your blood is true.
The rose-formed jewels, how romantic. The royal family is incredible.
I've only ever saw it from a distance, but it has a beautiful sight. It's such a beautiful sight. That was, without a doubt, her power. Can't believe we're about to witness a miracle. I'm so glad I'm here as a juror.
If you will use this knife, Your Majesty, do be careful not to cut yourself too deeply.
Why must I go along with this charade?
He's shitting bricks, yeah.
This is, without doubt, the genuine article. You have my word.
What merit does a mere Inquisitor's word? Impossible. Are you a surviving member of the Ishii clan?
He's about to get awkward.
How vexing! You prove my judgment right.
The king gingerly brings the knife to the pad of his finger. The wound is no larger than one of a needle prick. He places the small droplet of blood he squeezes out into the flour. What's going on? Nothing happened. Maybe there isn't enough blood. It was only a drop. Never seen such sublime gold carving before. It must be the real thing. In other words, the king is not a direct descendant of the goddess. Doubt hangs over the venue like a dark cloud.
See? Look at this farce! The rose is a fake! Death to those who dared to harm the king! Are you prepared for your fate, Inquisitor?
First impression, no shit.
Is it really a fake though? Looked way too pretty for one. Oh no, he looks even more suspicious now.
The king's voice rings hollow. Though people hear his pleas, their hearts are not captured by his words. First impression. Maya's testimony led to a careless comment from the king. The people grew excited at the prospect of seeing a legendary artifact, their expectations of the king high. But he betrayed them all, and with the very truth that Evelina kept the rose only increases his authenticity, and the distrust towards the king. And now we got a perfect situation for a royal scandal. Not that we planned that or anything. I do believe we're running out of time, yes? Let's move on to the vote. Wait. You still have something to say? I do. Should we continue? His Majesty may very well be chosen. Cannot allow an innocent man to be placed on the gallows. Maya. Oh, Maya, I love you.
The king is innocent! The king is innocent? What do you mean then?
I am the Membrum. Maya, I love you.
What?!
I, Maya Kirkland, tortured those of the Liesel family to death. I now ask that all those present vote for me. The room explodes into chaos. Some yell in shock, others screams in rage, while some even faint. And in the midst of this, the voting begins.
I'm the one who fainted, Lamel.
I confess, yet your votes remain so numerous. The road ahead is not an easy one, Your Majesty.
How dare you! Someone drag this woman to the gallows! Kill her!
Oh my goodness. My lady, will you escort me? Of course. Was I able to serve you well, my lady? You were a perfect actress. But I admit to being surprised when you started denouncing the king. That was supposed to be Inquisitor Lister's role in this. If you were to go through with that role, who knows what may have happened to him after it's by fire, after the trial. I knew it. You did it to protect him. I thought you hated him. I do. I hate all those feral beasts that get close to you. But you need someone to protect you once I'm gone. Despite all that, you still fanned the king's flames at the very end. He put all my hard work to waste. She was too good for this world.
Yeah. She died last route, too.
I'm sure Inquisitor Lister will be able to handle what comes next. As am I. He has cunning as they come, after all. My lady, I'm sorry I couldn't believe in you. You would have conquered these hardships even if I hadn't chosen to help. It's fine. I'm sorry. Maya, you may not believe me when I say this, but I can use magic. We'll only be separated for a moment. I'll come to see you again soon, so wait for me. Of course, my lady. May the path you walk be blessed with happiness. Chaos did, in fact, reign after the trial. The king officially proclaimed the Rose of Tranquil Time to be fake and moved to execute Inquisitor Lister. Soon, though, he had to divert his efforts elsewhere. The anti-monarchists came out of hiding and expressed their distaste towards the king. The claim we should move towards a democracy resonated with the masses. What a foolish proposal. What good would it do to allow the ignorant in the government? This is the perfect chance to force an abdication. I'll use the anti-monarchists to my advantage and purge them all once I'm on the throne. Though many scheme in the background, we must return to our daily lives. I brought the documents you requested, Inquisitor Lister. Inquisitor Lister? He's not here. If Master Tyril you're looking for, he just left. He is in all likelihood skipping out of work. I see. And why don't you take a break as well? You can't exactly continue work without those documents. Thank you, I will. The city is still. It lost the normally jovial voices of merchants and the sound of footsteps tapping against the ground. There are no sanctions on sales, no storm or drought to weather through. This is the result of finding out the royal family does not inherit the goddess's blood. Why are the people so full of dread? This is our chance to put the reins of the government in the people's hands. Between the haughty nobles, the heavy taxation, even the Garuda budget, people had their share of complaints. There were even cries for democracy right after the trial. That energy is very soon fizzled out. Everyone's gone silent out of fear of the future. Suppose I can't blame them. For centuries we believed we were divinely protected. We won at what cost, yeah. Asking them to become self-sufficient after the revelation is more unreasonable expectation. Yet we must restructure our government. We are sitting ducks for any foreign army. If the people don't act, then our actions will have. Either way, I need to use my fatal rewind again. There's no future without Maya or Prince Lucian, nor have I gained enough power to win against the witch. I'm sure Rune will yell at me for making a deal with the witch. Witch, we things to discuss. Show yourself! You know, we aren't so buddy-buddy that you can just call me whenever you like. I mean, you were so smooth just now I couldn't help but show up. Let me pick one of your sacrificia. Go big or go home, eh? Do you really think I can just let you do just that? My voice! Facilitators get a reward, right? You just pay me in advance. Not even 2 contracts worth the energy is enough. The sacrifice have already been decided on. And you can just add 1. Thanks for the follow. I don't know how to read that. But thank you. Then you can just add 1. Learn when to quit. No means no. Oh, but if you agree on the condition that you receive nothing should you win the trial, then maybe I'll think about it. Understood, I'm fine with that. And we have ourselves a contract. Now, whose neck would you see a collar put on? The king. Where has Inquisitor Lister gone to? I knew you'd be here.
What do you mean by you knew? A novice like you could never hope to predict my actions.
But I know you like churches. I figured you'd come back here if you wanted to take a break.
You're ruining the scene by standing there. Sit. Why are you so far away? If someone says sit, it means next to them. Ugh, I'm exhausted. What's up with the recent schedule?
You gotten so many indictments since the trial, I have to wonder why.
Just look at the state of the world. The king was knocked off his absolute pedestal. If he's potentially a fake, then what about all the other people around you?
Do you regret it?
Of course not. The bastard's getting exactly what he deserved for deceiving even the Sheik clan.
I feel a soul deep sense of relief at his reply. These are exactly the words I wanted to hear. I may relinquish the prize from the witch or erase everything that's happened with the fatal rewind, but that doesn't matter. I just want to know how I could free him from the chains of remorse and give him his own happy ending. So long as I have this information, I can still save him even after I turn back time. It wasn't all for naught. Have you seen Conrad since then?
Not once. He's spinning his wheels trying to curry the anti-monarchist favor, and can't really spare the time for me. The king is in a similar circumstance. But even then, I know things can't go on like this forever.
It will be fine. I know you can thrive anywhere.
I'm sure that sure is an interesting way to phrase things. You sound like you're suggesting I flee the country. I suppose that's not the worst idea, now that I lost the king to swear my loyalty to.
Time, will they truly be the person you knew? Yeah.
Would you come along if I invited you?
She's like, no.
Not a save, just yes.
Yeah. Do you actually understand what I'm getting at? I'm not saying this as your superior.
I think I understand. You're saying that you want to be with me forever, right?
Okay, she's just very...
Jeez, learn a little tact. There's no need to be so embarrassingly straightforward.
But you're the one who said it.
Alright, enough of that.
I went and said something I could never hope to make a reality. Should I turn back time? All these conversations and feelings would disappear as if they never existed, but on that day when I make truth out of this lie and claim a future with him, I feel as though I can finally accept myself.
You know, I think we need to do something about the way you refer to me.
What do you mean?
Try saying my first name.
What? That's difficult. Yeah, extremely straightforward. I kind of love her for that.
Come on, Tyril. Keep going.
Master Tyril.
You're stubborn in the most vexing of ways.
Speak for yourself. I've almost always been misread to you.
Hey, I've said car once or twice, and your name is dumb. It's like an automobile.
Sure, in front of the cardinal.
Car. It's a beautiful name. I wish I said it more, but after giving you that nickname, I became too embarrassed to.
Her actual name is Anastasia.
Which is an actual pretty name.
You should be more confident in yourself. Enough self-disdain. Now I know you're fighting for something pretty big, but you've more allies than enemies. So many people love you. Never forget that. Expand your horizons. Master Tyril's precepts, the first.
I'll always remember that one.
I think it's about time I take a nap. You head back and throw yourself bodily into your work.
I have a veritable mountain of paperwork I need you to check for me. And thus Car became a more common name in the kingdom.
They're all good.
Don't be so flippant. Come back soon, okay?
Okay.
What should I do until he gets back? Maybe I'll just help Mitchell out with his work. Oh, I know. I should show Master Tyril a picture of the Ishik Lux flows in the field guide. It may help him feel better. I use that opportunity to properly thank him for everything he's done. And then I'll end this life. Oh my god. Speaking of that flower, I thought that this surviving Ishik member was a girl. Why would Carlson give false information to Prince Lucian? Was it to protect Master Tyril? Probably not. Carlson spoke to Prince Lucian specifically because he trusted him. There would be no need to lie. Which means... Master Tyril was so adorable in his younger years that he was mistaken for a girl? I want to ask him about that right now. But I imagine I have to use this fatal rewind the moment I do. Whatever his past may be, I know who he is now. I understand his reasoning for moonlighting as ninja, for example. A desire to do good motivates him. Deep down, he's a truly kind person, under all the love of torture. This had been a long, perilous road, but I'm glad I was able to free Master Tyril from his burden in the end. And in the next life, I swear. Damn, he was a twink. I pick up the pace on my way back for the Inquisitor order, but the edges of a dream blur my visions. Despair pierces my heart. I'm overcome by an indescribable sense of loss. It hurts far too much to call it an ordinary dream. Master Tyril, let's go back together. None of us were able to work without you. Master Tyril. He looks like he could just be sleeping. His expression is soft, like he is entranced by a peaceful dream. I gingerly bring my fingers to his lips. He isn't breathing. Why? Why could you do this? I'm enraged. Yeah, he's dead. But even while swallowed up in that anger somewhere in the recesses of my mind, I know this is exactly the path he chose. I never realized the man he swore fealty was a counterfeit. His despair probably ran so deep that he believed death was his only path to redemption. I know that, but even so, I still wish he chose to live. I won our bet, remember? You promised you'll reevaluate your way of living if I won. You rendered everything meaningless. There's no point if it ends like this. Master Tyril. Tyril. Yeah, this has happened. Oh. The aria of the mistletoe. I don't know, but the last route, Creus, like this version, he died too.
Welcome back. You're covered in scars again, huh? Your heart's in tatters. I don't think you'll be able to safely turn back in time in this state.
Wait. What are you trying to do to me just now?
Well, I was trying to heal the scars in your heart.
I don't think we get the good endings until after we play all the routes. How so?
If I erase your memories, I can make it so they were never there at all.
What?
Now, I know how awful it sounds, really, but if I just leave you like this, you'll end up breaking completely. If you want to keep going, then erasing your memories is my only choice. She doesn't even remember she had a thing with Creus. Because he erased them. And how many times have you done this to me now? Just once. With Creus.
I see. In case, give me back those memories.
Well, don't be stupid. You're already in tatters. You want me to make it worse? Nuh-uh. Absolutely not. Thanks to your recesses in the trial, I've already gotten about half of my powers back from the Witch of Ruin. If we keep this up, we're able to fight him even on an even playing field. But it won't be easy. I'm sure he understands perfectly well what's going on with us, so these battles will only get tougher. Your memories will only get in the way of that, so you should leave them behind.
They will weigh me down, I'm sure. So long as I have these memories, I will never be able to ignore the desire to save him burning within me. And if I can't focus fully on defeating the witch, I'd eventually stumble my way into defeat.
See, you get it. If you try to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, you'll just buckle underneath it.
Fine, I'll buckle. I don't want to protect myself so desperately that I turn him into a stepping stone. Car. It wasn't all bad, you know? I really feel like I have a sense of purpose now. The desire I have to protect the people I love always made me strong.
And I'm saying that exactly why you're shouldering way more than you have to.
Hey, Rune. You're erasing my memories as a farce, right? You're not the kind of person who would do something like that.
I wish I had. If I knew it'd turn out like this, I would erase them for good.
Yeah, all the memories are curious. I feel as though I've been thrust off a tall tower. How is it like the romance gonna work? Is she just like all of them? I don't know. I feel as though I've been thrust off a tall tower as I fall with increasing speed. Castle Rock! Memories bring them with thousands of emotions as they flow into my mind. Believe in yourself. All people are, in the true meaning of the word alone. You have a habit of carrying burdens you don't need to. Makes a guy worry. Daisuke! I said that wrong. I knew I said that wrong. She's gonna be a queen with a reverse harem. I'll save them, even if it means my own life is forfeit.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Looks like I can see both the past and future now. Not that I've actually been able to use them properly.
You should be able to use those powers whenever you want now. They're a real drain to use though, so try to save them for when you really need it. You're going back in time, right? And certainly the first time you met the Witch of Ruin's a good starting point.
Yeah, that's perfect. Time to talk to Zin. No, wait. Let's go a bit further back.
Huh. Sure, but don't make it too far back in time.
I just want to go back to the morning of when Grand Commander Krius was meant to introduce me to Zin. That should work, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Does that mean you're gonna meet up? So how does
your feeling? I don't.
Huh?
Zin just be Aura farming for real. That's the plan. My first meeting with him was as a government worker. After my first fatal rewind, though, he ended up as a detective for some reason. That's not the only suspicious thing about him. The Grand Commander was in danger. He tried to give me advice. It was as if he could see through everything I was hiding.
Actually, now that I think about it, Sin was also the one that saved you from that drunkard.
He sure was. I didn't give him much thought because I never imagined he'd become someone so important.
But he didn't just up and leave after that. He didn't look in the mood to talk.
Hey, maybe. He worked to avoid me after that too. So it's going to take a lot of effort to actually get him to listen to me.
Well, if you don't make it work and end up being killed by that monster instead.
That's why I want to go back to that morning. I want time to come up with a plan.
Okay, I believe you. Let's do this. May this be our final encounter. Expecto Animus.
Dang, crumbles.
Zinzro!
Blazing regicide. Yeah, it just throws you into the next one. Okay. It must be a coincidence. I shouldn't go around doing things that would just call attention to myself. I'm glad to know there's such a kind inquisitors as well. You chose this path to protect me from prying eyes, yes?
Well, you're no more than a suspect right now. So it's wrong to have people treating you like you're a witch. We don't know that for sure yet.
Thank you. But it's all over once you're under suspicion. Even if they prove my innocence, I won't be able to make a living in this country anymore. I've seen countless face similar hardships.
Miss Pearson.
Here's something cracked above me. But by then it was already too late. I only realized the sound comes from falling bricks when they stricken Mitchell down.
Miss Preston.
The next thing I know, her chestnut hair is dyed crimson by her blood.
You heard that? Where'd it come from?
Over there, a portion of the roof just fell apart. There were people under there.
Wait, there's a quiz over there too. Do you think this is a wish doing you?
Miss Preston, open your eyes.
I'll get us a doctor. You two wait here.
Why?
Mitchell, Helen is still alive, so let's do what we can. A deep wound scars her head and shoulder. I'm well aware that we need to keep her head still, but the blood flowing from her shoulder is in desperate need of staunching. Mitchell and I carefully but quickly take care of her wounds until the doctor arrives.
Miss Preston tried to protect me, but if she hadn't pushed me out of the way, I'd be the one bleeding out on the ground right now. She was never a witch at all, and yet... Never thought things would turn out like this. This is all my fault. I did this.
No, it's not, Mitchell. You did nothing wrong.
No one would have been hurt if I only trusted my...
Oh, no one would have been hurt if I only trusted my dream. I made the wrong decision.
Helen Preston was hurt, I see. That's enough for now. You can head back to your stations.
The incident had convinced me my dreams are premonitions.
But Miss Preston was just transferred over to her gal cell.
What? Isn't she still injured?
She is. She regained consciousness, thankfully. Even though she could still be in the hospital, they all but chased her out. So Inquisitor Lister put her in a cell, saying that this was our only recourse. I'm sure he said that because she doesn't really have anywhere else to go, but... This isn't fair. She's not a witch. If she was, she would never have tried to protect me. But here I am, powerless to do anything for her.
Mitchell.
So, do you want to try going to Lindbergh Trading tonight? I want to talk with the president. You don't know anything, so stop prattling on like you do.
It's a long, short story. Yeah. He's gone. Okay, get us to that was the last choice. Come on, get us there, come on. He doesn't like snakes. Inquisitor Lister's the last main Ishiki? Wait, more importantly, you knew exactly what trauma he went through and you set a snake free in here? This is my only recourse after Tyril said I couldn't administer another dose of truth serum. Okay, man. I do love that expression. I may have to re-elevate my initial unfortunate impression of you. Stay away from me! I can give you the darkness and violence of your too. I needed trouble Aunt Evelina for something like this. Despair runs through me like a virulent poison, so this is the end. I open my mouth and stick my tongue between my teeth. Trying to cut your tongue off. I suppose it could just be a suicide attempt, but I can't write off self-mutilation as a condition for your magic. Bind her mouth so she can't harm herself. I don't mind if she gets a few cracks in her, so straight the truth serum's dose will we next administer it. Oh god. Yep, that's Conrad. Interesting. You can turn back time via death, can you? Quite the impressive power, though I can't say I see what purpose it may serve. But at least I know I can't have her dying on me. You still have it in you to fight back? No wonder you triumph at the war games despite everything working against you. I have so thoroughly tested how far that determination of yours goes. I'll have to test, I mean. Car, You want to use your fatal rewind to get revenge on me, don't you? Ah, I see what's going on now. This explains your anonymity towards me. You lost to me in other timelines, yes. I think not even your magic could help you. You're a pitiful, powerless sorcerer. But this time, I must impress on how hopeless this endeavor is. No matter how many times you turn back time, your blade would never hit its mark. And I shall carve this truth into your body and soul. Ugh. Ugh! No! No, no, no! No, 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 no. Is that it? Is that it? Sad love and oh, thank God! Ah. It wouldn't be the. I think it was going to imply there. It wouldn't be the first time there was essay and then tell me. Okay, other endings. That was pleasant. Conrad, fuck Conrad. We'll get him eventually. Eventually. Okay, so load save file 1.
It's like, dang, you suck. You can go home, Miss Red. Certainly, you understand you aren't cut out for investigative work. I'm done wasting time. Leave.
Wait, I still can help.
Your help will only serve to quicken Cass's death.
He actually chased me away. What do we do now? Guess I'll just have to continue this on my... Oh.
You, Mr. Indy!
Oh, you're gonna kill us, aren't you? Hi, Mr. Indy. Here in the middle of the day? Pull out my sword. I can't die here when I yet to accomplish anything. But... Ah! The monster tears into my body and then... his claws scoop at my innards, pulling them out one by one by one. And he indulges in the taste of my flesh. Oh, Mr. Indy. I love you. Ah, he killed us. Thank you, Mr. Indy. Okay, next round. Where to next? Oh, hi again, Mr. Indy. Oh, come at me, baby. Get away from an Inquisitor. What?
What?
Inquisitor Lister! Dead end. Okay, time for bad end. Those were dead ends. Now time for bad end. Talk about over the incident 13 years ago between Vice Commander Creus and the church. Excuse me? Car, you knew about that too? No, Hugo. I don't know anything. But I agree with your assertion that we must know what happened if we were to ascertain the veracity of the Cardinal's testimony.
This and that had nothing to do with each other. Don't bring in something unrelated.
Cardinal Monaghan is in clear panic. Is what happened 13 years ago so remarkable? Yeah. I'm not sure, but basically what happened is that the Cardinals did awful things to, Creus Castle Rock's sister. And so she took her own life. And Hugo loved her like a sister as well, so they were like really shaken up over it. Hugo, stop this. Cardinal Monaghan is correct. We shouldn't waste our time on something that has nothing to do with this incident. But sir, Quietly shakes his head. I can see in his eyes that he knows that I'm trying to do, but he still doesn't want me to dig any deeper. I got a Jester's ruff from Car, looks like a very missing group of sharp teeth, yeah. I was mistaken to bring this up. All I've done now is waste their time. But as about is Castle Rock hiding something? We only get a run-in with the church. The church is a bastion of righteousness. Try to think what dastardly deeds he was involved with.
Oh boy, you're boring me to tears. It's like you refuse to get the crux of this whole thing. Oh well, guess I have to hope next time is better. We're done here.
Because their lister clutches his chest as he collapses to the ground. Because he uses his wish, like, something heart didn't fulfill the wish, blood dead.
Sir Lister, say what me.
His life was taken from him right then with the ease of a dry leaf falling from a dead tree. Bad end. Okay, last one. Last one. Last one. Last one. Last one. Da, 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 da. Do you really think we'd get a confession after going this far? It's a waste of time. I do think it's a good idea myself. Okay.
Unfortunately for all of us, this is a people's court. There's no point in leaping to the truth if the jurors refuse to believe it.
I want the Membrum here to come forward and confess.
A confession would certainly cleanse the culprit of their sins, though he will be executed.
What's a membrum?
Wait, you don't know what a Membrum is? The person who killed Prince Lucian.
Killed?
Person who stabbed Prince Lucian in the stomach and took his organs away. Vice Commander!
Oh, that's me!
What?
Huh?
Sammy, what did you just say? The child probably has no idea what he's saying. There's no point in taking him seriously. I'm not sure about that. From what I'm standing, Sammy is telling us the truth. Then let's just ask him again. Sammy Tippett, did you kill Lucian?
No.
See? No, that's the wrong question.
How could you treat such an innocent child as a criminal? You're a pitiful excuse for a knight.
Fuck off. Morality's obviously lacking, Castle Rock. Kriya's gonna die! Kriya's gonna die!
We'll now begin the voting process. May the 300 jurors present choose wisely and justly.
Curious, no! I'm sorry I failed you.
So it comes to this, has it? Yet another person will fall victim to the Membrum tonight. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything to prevent that. Vice Commander Krius, I tell you not to worry about me, but I know that wouldn't do much. Take care of her. Take care of her for me, will ya, Tyr? I'm coming, sis. I got a lot of stories for you, so I hope you're ready. It was 12:21. Oh my fucking god. If this was Friday, it'll be fine, but I got work tomorrow. But that was the last ending. I'm gonna load this one back up just so I don't like how my loads are like currently. So I'm just gonna save it right here. Again, we're gonna be on Zen's route. Look at Zen, he's the hanged man. Zen, like a deer hunter reference, if you, I don't know. But I'm tired as fuck. My voice is tired as fuck, and I got work tomorrow. I did not expect to finish this route tonight. I'm surprised that we did manage to do so. But yeah, it was even If Tempest, baby. Fuck. Again, thank you again, Rika Redmond, for the the raid. It was really appreciated. Okay, guys, have fun. And good night.